Greetings to everyone out there in the NoDQ galaxy. This is a first here on the NoDQ.com channel, and I already screwed up, and we're only 5 seconds in. This is going to be a fun live stream, everybody. Welcome to the NoDQ.com live stream for the 2019 Superstar Shakeup. I will be here for the next 3+ hours to give you my real-time thoughts on Monday Night Raw. I will also be taking live calls via Skype. So if you would like to call in during the show and give your thoughts on the Superstar Shakeup, feel free to. And I will also comment in the chat room, read some of your messages throughout the evening. Thank you to everyone out there for tuning in, whether it's live or on demand. I really do appreciate your viewership and your support of NoDQ.com. Right now, I have the end of the Hall of Fame ceremony, the USA Network version on right now. And we just had Billy Gunn talk about how he cannot be fired for saying Vince, but there was no reason as to why or any follow-up to that. So that was quite amusing. No references to AEW in the USA Network version of the Hall of Fame ceremony. So real quick here, let me give some shout outs to people in the chat room. Michael Blake says, dude, Tyler, how are you able to call in? I thought I had the Skype on Do Not Disturb, but hey, welcome. You there, Tyler? Well, I'm glad he's doing this now so we can figure out the technical difficulties.
Hey, man, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Could you guys in the chat room here at TGS let me know? I guess this is good because we could test out all the kinks and all the little technical issues. So how's it going, TJS?
It's going all right, man. I forgot. I was trying to let you guys know that I'm post-blocked on Facebook, so I can't message the group chat.
Oh, no. What did you do?
I don't know, man. I don't think that I posted anything bad, but they said that I did, so whatever, I guess.
You bad.
For 3 days, I can't do anything. But are there any predictions that you see going down tonight as far as SmackDown to Raw?
Well, I think the Usos are the obvious tag team to go to Raw. Other than that, I'm not really sure about SmackDown to Raw. Like, I feel AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan seem to be the most likely bigger stars to go over to Monday Night Raw. And as far as Raw goes, I could see Roman Reigns going over. But then again, as far as Vince is concerned, Raw might deep down be Vince's baby, and it'll always be his baby. So he'll have to have the big dog there on Raw. But yeah, I could see Sasha and Bayley possibly being broken up, and that'll be really interesting to see what plays out with that tonight. Any thoughts you have? Oh, real quick, DJ Whitey with a $2 super chat. First super chat of the evening. TJS, flush the toilet for any bad moves tonight.
Well, that sounds like a good idea, man, because I have a feeling, and I don't want AJ to move to Raw, but I feel like there's nothing else he can do on SmackDown. I think Aleister Black and Ricochet are going to split up for sure, though.
Yeah, I mean, that only makes sense to me. The fact that they did not win the tag team titles, I mean, I think that one's pretty obvious that there's no long-term plan. And plus, a lot of people, I've seen comments on social media, a lot of people feel like they're better off being separate, that they don't need to be a team.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Real quick, though, also, last thing, how about the Shield having yet another match, even though the last match they had was billed as their final match?
Wait, say that again?
The Shield are having another match despite their last match being billed as their final match. So
it's the last match ever.
Reminds me of Triple H or Rock and Cena once in a lifetime.
Just watch. They do all these final Shield matches, and then at the very last minute, Dean is like, psych, I'm signing my new deal. I'm cool with you guys.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. But anyways, thank you so much for being the first caller tonight and helping me out with this little test run. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. NoDQ.com/TJS. Follow me there, guys.
Are you going to be in the chat room tonight?
Yeah, I'll be there, man.
All right, I'll read off some of your comments then. All right, enjoy the show.
Thank you. You too.
All right, take care, TJS.
Yep. See ya.
All right, bye. So how did he call me when I had Skype on Do Not Disturb? It is on Do Not Disturb. Okay, well, I'm not sure how he did that. Maybe if you're a certain person that has special privileges, you can do that. I don't know. But if people keep calling me at random times, then I may have to close Skype for a bit just because I don't want too much chaos here. I was thinking like during the commercial breaks, I could try taking some calls on Skype. So apparently WWE had to rewrite parts of this show because there were various travel issues with people getting into Montreal. By the way, Montreal should be a really hot crowd tonight. I'm very excited for Raw just for the fact that it's in Montreal. Last time Raw was in Montreal, the crowd was really hot. By the way, my Skype email is nodqrift@gmail.com, so that's how you look for me on Skype. Ryan says nodq/wwf.wcw.com for life. Well, thank you for that. That's some old school stuff right there. Thank you for that, Ryan. And my feed might be behind you guys a little bit, so I apologize if it feels like I'm delaying with my reactions. Right now, the Hall of Fame is wrapping up here. Billy Gunn's doing the "We Got Two Words For You, Suck It," and that appears to be the end. DX's music just hit, and it looks like it is 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it is time for the 2019 Superstar Shakeup. I'm ready for this. I'm hoping we get some good surprises tonight. I'm hoping this is an entertaining video. I'm going to try my best. We'll see. Maybe they're going to be crappy predictions and I'll just be angry the entire night. Maybe my Wi-Fi will stop working and you guys will get a rant from me on that. Kaitlyn says, I had to mute you because I don't want to know who had travel issues. Well, I did not say anything about travel issues. Or I didn't say the specific people. I just said that there were some people that had travel issues. Oh, great. I'm getting the warning now, so I guess I know what's coming here. I'm apparently like 45 seconds behind you guys. So try not to spoil me in the chat room. Oh, boy. Well, I'm bracing myself now. All right, here we go. Raw is now on the air here. Ugh. Well, it goes from an A+, so with my letter grade, it starts in an A+, and then I just take it down notches as the show goes on. So we are now at an A. Raw went from an A+ to an automatic A. DJ Whitey with a $2 super chat says, I'm at work, so I'll be watching you for updates till 11. Well, thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. And I hope to get some calls from you guys tonight because I know, I don't know if my voice will be able to hold up for the 3 hours, but I figured I'd give this a shot. I know a lot of people do live reaction videos for WWE shows and all sorts of different entertainment shows. I know Game of Thrones is in their final 8 episodes and people do live reactions to that. I wish I had done that for Breaking Bad. Man, my reaction to Ozymandias, wow, that would have been gold. And, God, Stephanie just bugs me so much. It's just her music, first of all, and then the whole "Welcome to Monday Night Raw" and the whole screechy voice that she does every single week. Oh. I was hoping CM Punk was coming out. They get me every time with that best in the world. All right, so how long until the CM Punk chants, guys? Let's go ahead and predict this. Let's see. How many seconds will it take until the fans start chanting CM Punk in Montreal? Johnny says 10 seconds. By the way, we have 122 people watching live right now, so thank you for watching this along with me. So I guess Stephanie is representing Raw and Shane's representing SmackDown. I mean, they got rid of the general managers, so now we just have a situation where Shane and Stephanie are going to be out here. Sean Smith with a $2 super chat says, what's your Skype again? Looking forward to Raw. My Skype is nodqrift@gmail.com. Thank you for the super chat, Sean. I do appreciate it. All right, let's hear the heat for Shane. They love us in Canada. That's for sure. Oh, here we go again with the introduction for Shane. The best in the world, and the crowd booing, of course. TGS says Greg Hamilton is better. And here come the CM Punk chants. So how far behind am I from some of you in the chat room? Oh, wow, they are really loud. WWE must not care anymore because they had to know going in that when Shane comes out there, the crowd's going to chant CM Punk. I mean, it's pretty obvious. So they must not even care at this point that the crowd chants CM Punk. Yeah, apparently I'm about a minute behind, so I may have to minimize the chat during parts of this show just so I don't get accidentally spoiled, because I want to give you guys like the authentic reaction to everything. See, I may just minimize this chat room right now. Just use suck chants now for CM Punk. Or, see what they did? Now I got CM Punk on the brain. Shane McMahon. Oh, so Stephanie's referencing Kurt Angle with the "you suck" chants. Kurt Angle's already gone now. What are you people doing? All right, Mike B with a $5 super chat. Thank you for that, Mike B. He says, here's to you for doing this. You're awesome. Kaitlyn says, I'm pretty far behind. Yeah, I'm just using Sling TV. I don't know why my feed is always so far behind everybody. Can we just get to the point here? Come on, guys. Just tell us who's moving. I know this is a 3-hour show and they have to fill time, but I mean, come on, just get to the point here. All right, just get to the point, guys. They're just blabbling. Chris Green with a $2 super chat says, I'm ahead of you as well. Thank you for that super chat, Chris. Oh, okay, so Miz is showing the still with Miz's dad, George, getting in his face. What is this doing for the talents, by the way? How is this getting them over? This seems like just something to get Shane and Stephanie over more than anything else. Like, why do they need this TV time? And I thought they were baby faces. I thought the whole thing of the McMahons being heels. I know Shane obviously turned on Miz, but... All right, here we go. All right, let's see here. Well, wait a minute. She said the very first superstar, so wait a minute. Here comes Miz, but is Miz actually jumping, or is he coming out to get his hands on Shane? Miz just jumped Shane from behind. So here we go. We got a brawl between Miz and Shane McMahon. I still don't know if this means Miz is on Raw or not. I'm confused. Shane McMahon fighting back. Man, that's Shane McMahon, tough as nails. Throwing those jabs, those Shane McMahon jabs at The Miz. Man, that Miz is really... He's a real pansy. Can't even beat up Shane McMahon properly from behind. Wait a minute, here comes Miz with a steel chair to the back. Miz making his comeback. Another chair shot to the back of Shane. So Miz needs a weapon to overpower Shane McMahon, who's like 15 years older than him or something. I don't think he's that much older, but he's at least 10 years older than Miz. So Miz needed a steel chair after attacking Shane from behind. Miz needed a steel chair to overpower the great Shane McMahon. Okay, so Michael Cole just said The Miz is officially part of Monday Night Raw. So is that the end of the feud? I figured Miz would be getting another match with Shane. The feud would be continuing. So what does this mean now? I mean, I get it. Shane could be on either show. He's not really exclusive to one show, but okay, that's a little strange. Wasn't expecting The Miz, I will say that. Interesting choice here. All right, so yeah, I'm kind of feeling mixed about that. I don't know why The Miz needed to go to Raw, but okay. So I'm going to open up Skype. If somebody would like to call in right now with their thoughts, go for it. And I'm just updating NoDQ, The Miz from SmackDown to Raw. All right, Merciless Doom is calling. Let's answer this. Hello there, Merciless Doom.
Hello?
Hi, how's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. What did you think about that first segment of Raw?
Surprising, but at the same time, I'm thinking the same thing, which is it really necessary for Miz to go to Raw?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like him and Shane were going to keep their feud going on SmackDown. This seems like either an abrupt end or Shane's going to be appearing on Raw now, which is just very random, but I suppose he can do it since he's a McMahon. But yeah, I wasn't expecting Miz to be one of the guys switching to the other brand. Now, I'm not sure if you know or if somebody in the chat room knows. When was the last time The Miz was on the Raw brand? Because I'm not sure if he's been on the Raw brand since the new brand split started. Do you know by any chance?
I think the last I remember was maybe back in, honestly, maybe 2016, maybe 2017.
Let's see. Yes, he has been on Raw. Okay, so I just completely forgot about that. So yeah, it wasn't even necessary. If he was on Raw relatively recently, then wow, I just totally blanked out on The Miz being on Raw. People were telling me he was there in 2017, so yeah. I don't think it was necessary. That's my initial reaction to it. But any other thoughts you have or anything you would like to predict regarding the Superstar Shakeup?
I mean, other than the obvious, I'm already seeing the Usos will go on Raw, but I honestly I think maybe AJ might be the surprise to go on Raw.
Well, AJ seems to make sense to me since he hasn't been on Raw since the brand split started. He's been pretty much on SmackDown since 2016. So I feel like he would be a good choice to move over to Raw and maybe eventually have a match with Seth Rollins. Thinking about some possibilities with AJ on Monday Night Raw. Johnny Boy with a $2 super chat.
I think it'd be a missed opportunity if AJ doesn't go on Raw.
Yeah, I mean, I think now would be the time for that. Anyways, Johnny Boy with a $2 super chat says, "Dude, you rock. Do these live reactions more often." Well, thank you for that, Johnny. This is my first time ever doing a live stream as the show's going on. So this is all new to me, and I might be a little bit getting used to this throughout the video, but hopefully you guys enjoy it and we can keep it going. Thank you so much for calling in. Anything you would like to plug or promote?
I'm new on Twitter. Just follow me at Sean the Nerd or MercilessDoom17 at twitter.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in. I really do appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Alrighty. I thank you. You too.
All right. Take care, my friend.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. By the way, Stephen Osborne was trying to call in. Here he comes. Hello, Stephen.
Hey,
How's it going, my friend?
just taking a sick day off of work because of stomach issues, so I actually get to watch the Superstar Shakeup live. Well, at least the first half, or the first 3/5 of it.
Well, sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. How do you feel about The Miz being the first switch?
I am absolutely okay with the Miz on Raw, so long as they don't send Finn Balor. They've been teasing for the last couple of years the idea of Miz finally beating Jericho's record, but like the entirety of the last year, they've had the IC title and the Miz on two different shows,
Right?
which is fine. Let you know, hey, it's not going to happen anytime soon, but it could still happen. Well, I need them to let me know that it could still happen because I want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if The Miz stays babyface. I don't know if this means the feud with Shane is just going to be up. To me, that I don't feel like that should be the end of the feud. I feel like Miz has to get his revenge, right?
It doesn't have to be the end of the feud because there is no particular manager or general manager or owner or whatever the C word was that they were using, the what was Stephanie and Shane for the different brands there for a minute.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I think, what was it?
Yeah.
Stephanie was Raw and Shane was SmackDown?
If you remember the very first time that they talked about the automatic rematch clause being antiquated, that was the word. It was Shane on Raw. And so Shane was on Raw making important decisions for the company. So I don't think that Shane is necessarily relegated to SmackDown. That's just kind of where he's been because that's where you're used to seeing him.
Right.
So just because The Miz has moved over to Raw, I don't think that necessarily has to end the feud between him and Shane. I think what that does is it gives it the ability to be more surprising when they actually touch on it. Since Shane isn't typically a Raw guy, when he does show up on Raw and attack The Miz, it's going to be surprising.
Right. Now, so I guess we have Ricochet and Aleister Black facing Hawkins and Ryder. So maybe I was wrong about Aleister Black and Ricochet breaking up. I thought maybe they'd go to separate brands, but looks like they are both part of Raw now officially, and we could potentially see new tag team champions. I mean, what is this, like their fourth opportunity at the tag team titles now?
Well, you have to look at it from the perspective of WWE now. And I can say that because after WrestleMania, we had all three babyface champions win their titles, and WWE might actually be giving us the fans what we want to see. Not 100%, but as far as Kofi Kingston and Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch goes, that was 100%. They gave us exactly what we wanted to see. And if it hadn't been for the dropping ratings, I don't know that we would have seen that coming out of WrestleMania. So Ricochet and Aleister Black are something that people are actually getting into because they're so phenomenal. And I think they're keeping them as a tag team because, unfortunately, Tommaso Ciampa had to have neck surgery. And so you're not going to see Gargano and Ciampa as tag team. Maybe you weren't supposed to see that in the beginning, considering where they went with it in the feud on NXT. Because technically they broke them up as a tag team before they would have been broken up on television.
Right.
With tapings. So maybe they weren't going that way with them. But Ricochet and Aleister Black have gotten really big and really popular because they're just so freaking amazing.
Well, I do personally like them as a team. I mean, I don't have a problem with them being a team right now.
I mean, just go with it. If you don't have something for them to do as single stars, the least they can do is help bump up the tag team division.
Right.
And
I mean, yeah.
I would agree. Raw needs a better tag team division.
Yeah, I think they add to the team. By the way, I was wrong about the tag team title match. It's actually an 8-man match. So my bad. They're not going for the titles tonight, but they are officially as part of the Raw brand now.
Yeah, I could see them winning. In fact, the last two times that I've done predictions on main roster pay-per-views, I predicted Aleister Black and Ricochet to take the titles. I think the first time it was with the Raw titles, and then the second time with SmackDown. I'm just waiting on them to get the win. It just seems like it's gonna happen the way that they've been pushing these guys.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they've had so many opportunities now. I think.
Shit, the War Raiders. What the fuck?
Hey, whoa! You're gonna get me demonetized.
I'm sorry. I'm a rated R reviewer. Jesus, though.
Okay, so the War Raiders. Yeah, I see them now. So they're officially on Raw, and they're the Viking Experience.
Where? What the hell? They're the title holders on SmackDown. This doesn't make any damn sense.
Well, what does this mean for Heavy Machinery? I mean, they're pretty much like a second-rate War Raiders.
Well, I know one thing it means for them. You better send them to SmackDown.
Right.
The Viking Experience. I
The
do
Viking.
not like that.
I guess it's
like
because War. You know, War is not PG.
Maybe, but it was. Why didn't they just go with the War Machine? Why didn't they just go with War Machine? That would have made more sense.
You can't say War. Oh, Mike Jones sent in a $1 super chat. Thank you for that, Mike Jones.
Be aware, if somebody sends you $1, they're not allowed to add a comment. $1 does not.
Oh, well, then that I should tell people that so they know in the future.
And the comment length is based on the amount of money that you send. So like a $2 comment, you can get 50 characters. A $5 comment, you get like 250 characters.
I did not know that. So there you go, everybody out there watching this right now. Now you know.
But with YouTube Premium, you also occasionally get free super chats of $1 that you could send. So I don't know if you remember your last Q&A live video where I sent you a couple of single dollar super chats, I think as Aftermatch Wrestling. It was just because they were given to me free. So I gave them to you.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
But yeah, I'm assuming that they know the problem that they have with the Raw Tag Team division right now, because these are two big moves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they definitely needed to bulk up the Raw Tag Team division for sure. Now, so I'm thinking, is this how they did it last year? Because I don't remember. Are they just going to announce all the people to Raw tonight, and then tomorrow night all the people to SmackDown get announced?
I don't know, because the problem is we don't have GMs. We don't have somebody that can stand there and actually make the decision. And I guess you can fill Stephanie McMahon and Shane McMahon into those spots, but I mean, they're supposed to be over all of WWE now, not just Raw and SmackDown. Commissioners. There we go. They are no longer the commissioners of Raw and SmackDown. So, and Stephanie McMahon is wearing the ugliest pair of mom jeans I have ever seen. Oh my God.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, Acid Washed went out in the early 80s. Like, it's done. It's done. And she just made it worse.
Yeah. That's on top of her music, which just drives me crazy.
The only thing I like about her music is that it lets me know I'm about to see Stephanie McMahon. I love Stephanie McMahon. I would marry Stephanie McMahon. Well, who wouldn't? What wrestling fan wouldn't? But yeah, her music is atrocious.
Well, at this point, you'd have to deal with Triple H if you tried to go anywhere near her.
Yeah, probably. But, you know, no relationship is without its faults, sir.
Right, exactly. Oh, Big G just sent in a $5 super chat. Thank you for that, Big G. He says, yeah, tonight people will show up on Raw and tomorrow SmackDown. So yeah, I guess that's how they're going to do it tonight. I liked it better when they mix and matched, where we'd have one announcement to Raw, one announcement to SmackDown. I prefer the old way, but that's just me personally.
Yeah, where you'd have the podiums out on the stage, and you'd have the GM and the commissioner out on the stage, and they'd be telling, you know, who they want, who they're drafting, who the whatever. But we don't have that anymore.
Right. It's very watered down.
I'm okay with it this way, because if you save your SmackDown moves for tomorrow, then the entirety of SmackDown tomorrow is a possible surprise.
Yeah, that's true.
You're telling us now on Raw who's going to be on SmackDown tomorrow. It's like, okay, well, that just completely ruins the surprise of them showing up.
Well, I'd say like tonight you do like some of them and then save the rest of them and have some of the Raw moves on SmackDown announced tomorrow. So
the only thing I don't like about that idea is that when you have champions move, suddenly you know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, that's true.
If we had the U.S. title show up on Raw, chances are good the Intercontinental title is going to show up on SmackDown. Like, I don't like that. But there's a good possibility that none of the titles change brand tonight. So,
Oh, we got all 8 guys in the ring. All right, well, thank you so much for calling in, Stefan. I really do appreciate it.
thanks for taking my call, Aaron.
Not a problem.
If you want to find me, you can go to NoDQ.com/Stefan. That's STEFAN. Or if you just want to look me up on Twitter, it's at Stefan R. Osborne, OSBORNE. As always, the R stands for restricted. You can find me and Jerry on Facebook. Don't add us. Go to Armbar. That's all caps, ARMBAR, exclamation point.
All right, well, thank you so much for the call. I really do appreciate it, Stefan.
All right, well, thanks, Aaron. Have a good night. Hopefully the shakeup is not disappointing.
All right, sounds good. Take care, my friend.
All right, bye, man.
Bye. All right, that was Stefan Osborne calling in. Thank you, Stefan. Oh, wow. What just happened there? Let me read these super chats here. Hamp Connell, any moves yet? We have The Miz, Ricochet, Aleister Black, and the War Raiders to Monday Night Raw so far. Tyson with a $2 super chat says, they are no longer called Hanson and Roll. So what are they called now? Because I was talking to Stefan, so I haven't really been able to hear much of the commentary. I just know they're the Viking Experience now. George Robbins says the commentary on Raw is honestly so bad it hurts. Okay, so their names are Ivar and Eric? Okay, whatever. And Son, I'm not going to pronounce his name because I always get it wrong. I did not expect War Raiders, especially with them still as NXT Tag Team Champions. Any explanation on why the mix was bleeding? Was there a botch? Well, you botched. I know you're using an iPhone because you had the Miz to mix typo. Hold on, we got Michael Wayne calling in. Hello, Michael Wayne. Are you there?
Hey, Aaron, what's up?
How's it going, my friend?
I'm there.
What do you think about the moves to Raw so far? You there?
Not really. It was really a decent thing, but I'm there.
Any predictions for the shakeup to come?
I will say the mystery man, the team with Roman, except against and mystery man should say AJ Styles actually with teaming with Roman Seth against the so-called Gozo Wars or what the hell that was. And to me, during that time when I watched Raw, I was laughing at the WWE changed its name. It's Viking Experiment. I mean, seriously, this is not the way how to debut the show. I should say debut Monday Night Raw like that. Why they did change the name for absolutely no reason? Why? It's because Baseball Man itself is all about the marketing thing. That's the thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, anything you would like to plug or promote, Michael? I got to get back to the match here because I'm missing like most of it.
Okay, you go to twitter.com/Mike. Hold on. I'm going to read this properly. Go to twitter.com/Michael Ammon. You can see my final predictions of Superstar Shakeup. It's in there actually, but I was expected the Miz move to Raw or Aleister and Ricochet, and I was wondering they stay together or separate brands. separate brands might be better thing more than together. I think they will be better as a tag team, but separate them could be better, and that's the way it should have been about the call-ups anyway. The call-ups is really pretty messed up some months ago. So yeah, so I think it's best possible to stay together as a tag team for Aleister Black and Ricochet. So that's pretty much about it. But I explain it's going to be too really interesting because I could see both team, I should say a team, to win a tag team champion picture. So I could see that happening. They're going to win the tag team champion sooner or later.
All right, well, we'll see what
pretty much
happens
my
with
thoughts
that.
about it.
Yeah, we'll see it. We'll see how that goes. Thank you so much for calling in. I really do appreciate it. Have a great night.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.
All right, that was Michael Wayne. Let's get back to the match here. I'm going to put this on. Sorry, guys. I'm going to put this on Do Not Disturb for the time being because I really got to get to the rest of this match. All right, let's see here. So we have the Revival in the ring with Hawkins. Yeah, I've missed like most of this match just because I was going back and forth with everybody. I would just like to ask you guys, if you do call in, just real quickly, give me your thoughts on what's going on. And yeah, I do want to try to get to as many different callers as possible. And I'm going to try to do the calls during the commercial break just so I can focus on the match. Like I said, this is my first time doing this, and I do want to take the Skype calls. I do want to try to pay attention to what's actually going on during the match. So, you know, I'm just trying to figure this all out. It's a work in progress for sure. So I apologize for little technical difficulties here and there. And I do ask for the callers to call during the break. I might not answer if you call during the match just because I want to make sure I'm focusing on the match here and not getting myself too distracted. My thoughts are below, says liking the stream so far, Aaron. Thumbs up for sure. Well, thank you for that. I do appreciate that. All right, so Zack Ryder, the guy who blocked me, got the hot tag. George Robbins says, I can see Finn and Joe swapping brands. You know, I was thinking that too. I was thinking that we could see titles switch brands just to change things up. But like Stefan said, if it's announced that Joe is going to Raw, that pretty much gives away that we're going to have Finn Balor go to SmackDown. So I think we'll know tonight if Balor's going to SmackDown or not, if they announce Joe for Raw. If Joe's not going to Raw, then I don't think Balor's going to SmackDown, you know, because they're going to just flip-flop the mid-card titles. Yeah, I'm really surprised about the War Raiders. Yeah, Samoa Joe apparently has the flu and he's not going to be on the show tonight, but that can't necessarily mean that WWE is going to not announce him for Raw. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's not going to be announced for it. Just means he won't actually appear on the broadcast. All right. Ooh, Ricochet. Nice moonsault using the post for leverage. All right, we got the Viking Experience. Jeez. And they just tossed Hawkins right over the top. Ooh, knee right to the, yeah, it looked like his nose. Hit him right in the nose with that knee. Ivar. The fallout to Zack Ryder. And there you go, the Viking Experience. They score the pinfall victory over Zack Ryder. I really don't like that name, though. It's so tacky, in my opinion. The War Raiders sounded cool. Viking Experience just, eh. That was really the best they could come up with. Ivar. I laugh every time I hear the name. Ivar. Ivar and Eric. They're doing things that big men have no business doing. Ooh, savage comment of the night so far from James Allen. It's the Highlanders 2.0. Well, Anthony thinks the 205 live stars will be drafted. We'll see on that. Oh, here we go. So I'm not going to look at the chat room right now. All right, Cedric Alexander to Monday Night Raw. There you go. So I guess he's no longer part of the Cruiserweight division. Which, you know, he's been in 205 Live for a while now. So I guess you might as well try to do something different with him. Otherwise, he's just going to be stuck there doing nothing. Might as well. Don't know how long he's going to last until he ends up, you know, in the opening match. All right, so we have Cedric Alexander to Monday Night Raw. What do you guys think about that in the chat room? Yeah, we'll see if he follows in the footsteps of Ali. I'll believe that when I see it. Here comes Finn Balor, the Intercontinental Champion. TGS says Cedric is greater than Ali. Alex says I like the move. Marsh also likes the move. Romney says, so Cedric is back on Raw. And Egger says, is Ali even doing anything relevant? Not really. Maybe he's outside on that motorcycle. Big G says, Blue Balor. Yeah, he's got his blue tights. Batista would be proud. All right, Big G with the $2 super chat says, Blue Balor greater than Blue Tista? Depends on what your criteria is. Some people like Finn Balor, some people like Batista. You could say they're apples and oranges, even though they both, what? I guess you could call them blueberries. But yeah, I mean, they're very different. You know, Finn Balor, he's more of a, you know, high flyer. Batista's the big beast-like animal that he is, doing his thing. George Robbins says I'm like 5 minutes behind. Oh, I cannot be that far behind. You know what? Let me try something here. Let me exit the stream and re-enter the stream. See if that fixes the problem. All right, so it says I'm 37 minutes and 15 seconds into Raw, and my clock says 5:38 p.m., so I cannot be that far behind. I cannot be more than a minute behind. All right, let's open up Skype and get another call. I'm going to take another call from somebody on Skype if somebody would like to call in and give their thoughts. All right, James Martin calling in. Let's answer this. James, how's it going?
Yo, what's up? Powerbackers 90 in the house.
Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. Just had dinner and watching Raw. Just mostly just relaxing before I go to work tomorrow.
All right, so I guess. Oh shoot! Hold on a second. I just messed up my earbuds here. Okay, so I was gonna ask you, what do you think about the War Raiders being called up and being renamed the Viking Experience?
I think it's kind of dumb. I mean, you called them up and you changed not only their tag name but their gimmick names, and then I guess they're heels now, even though they bowed a sign of respect to Alistair and Ricochet when they left that takeover. But now they're heels fighting them. I don't get it. It's just normal. Don't pay attention to NXT, I guess, on the main roster.
And what do you think about Cedric Alexander being on Raw now? Do you think it's going to do anything for his career? I mean, I guess more people watching you is a positive, but will he even be utilized? Will he even appear on Raw after a month or two?
I don't know, but then again, he did all he could on 205. Like, there was literally, he reached the ceiling there. There was nowhere left for him to go. You got Buddy Murphy, you got Tony Nese down there. It was their time. So moving him to Raw or SmackDown, I would have preferred him on SmackDown, but I guess it's a great thing for his career. He's back on Monday nights.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, at least he's getting seen by more people than on 205 Live. I still think it would have been better if 205 Live actually continued to be part of Raw, where you'd have cruiserweight matches. Just don't make it like its own entity. Just have them come out and do cruiserweight matches, and maybe sometimes have some of the cruiserweights interact with the other superstars, and just, it's just another title. But you don't, like the way they have it, it's pretty much like its own little separate universe from everything else.
I agree. It was like that during WrestleMania weekend. The first match, in WrestleMania, it seems like, their shows don't count when they appear, kind of like NXT does. It's just really much like, Vince is like, oh, that's the small guy show, so don't even pay no attention to it. It doesn't even get huge ratings on the network, so they ignore it. It almost feels like what they're saying. Oh, shit. Andrade.
Yeah, I just got spoiled on it. I just got to it now. Okay, yeah. So Andrade to Monday Night Raw. Interesting.
Well, this is Frank Kilo.
Now, does this mean Zelina Vega is going to Raw with him? I mean, that would
she's
be...
walking out with him right now, so I guess.
Oh, so I guess it's a package deal. And that does make sense because Zelina's with Aleister Black in real life, so makes sense for them to be on the same brand. So yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah, I like this, Probably going to be only a mid-carder on Raw if he's lucky, but I think it's pretty cool he's on Raw.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with this. Well, anyways, thank you so much for calling in. Anything you would like to plug or promote?
I guess just plug myself, Power Packers 90. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Just type that in. You'll probably find me on any social media. It's not pancakes. I just want to remind people that it's Power Packers.
All right.
And,
yeah, I know. I'll never hear the end of it.
And that is all, I guess. I'll talk to you guys next time if you ever do this again.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in again. I do appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Have a great night. All right, so Zelina's cutting a promo now. He's a multilinguist. Okay. English is a second language in Montreal. Ooh, Andrade's going to address the WWE Universe in Montreal's native tongue. All right, let's hear this. Oh, I have the closed captioning on, so I guess I can see what he's saying in French. They know this. Oh, is he talking in Spanish? Yeah, he's talking in Spanish. Never mind. And they're all doing the what chant at him. That's pretty funny. I like this. I think this is well done for Heat. I think it's pretty cool. Speaking foreign language, says the closed captioning. So the closed captioning person just gave up. So anybody out there that speaks Spanish, can they translate what he just said? Canaanite says Andrade will be lost in the shuffle on Raw. Bass Family says, I miss that Cesaro. George Robbins says, remember when Cesaro used to do this? I do not speak Spanish fluently. I know maybe the menu of Taco Bell. That's about it as far as Spanish goes. Yeah, I'm about 1 minute behind, guys. Just an FYI for most of you out there, at least. Maybe not everybody. Alex Boney says, I know a bit of Spanish, but I'm not watching the show. Edgar says he basically said he was going to pin Balor and prove himself as a dominant force on Raw. Well, thank you for that, Edgar. I appreciate that. Big G says, what do you think so far? Mixed bag. You know, I do like Andrade to Raw. I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, Miz is a little strange to me. War Raiders is a little strange to me. And the name change. So, yeah, definitely a mixed bag. Cedric Alexander, yeah, but, I mean, I feel like he's going to get lost in the shuffle very quickly. Andrade might, too, for that matter. Ooh, nice drop kick by Finn Balor. These guys could have a really good feud, actually. We'll see if Andrade picks up a victory here over Balor. Jeremy Dorset doesn't think Balor's going to SmackDown now. Bass Family says, I pray Andrade doesn't get lost in the shuffle. He has so much potential. I will be right back, guys. All right, I am back. I had the heat on a little bit too high in here. Needed to turn the heat down. I am back, so hopefully the video feed should be resuming as normal. Virtue says bathroom break. Yeah, pretty much. All right, I am going to reopen Skype here and take another call for you guys. So Skype is now open. Let's answer this. Hey, Maka, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, thank you for your patience. I know you were trying earlier. So how are you feeling about this shakeup so far? What do you think about The Miz and Andrade and the War Raiders?
Well, I mean, so far, I think, sort of mixed bag, to tell you the truth. It could. I'm still eager to see what's going to happen for the rest of the night. I will say with Andrade, I'm pretty happy though. That's a guy that could be future Universal Champion. In fact, I would have him take the title off of Rollins at some point, to tell you the truth. And I'm going to make a prediction. So I'm going to predict that Asuka's going to debut on Raw and challenge Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship.
Ooh, that is a bold prediction. What do you guys think about that in the chat room? Let me know.
I mean, people need to understand Asuka tapped out Becky Lynch at the Royal Rumble, so it would kind of make sense for her to debut. And if that doesn't happen, what I am predicting is that Sasha Banks will attack Becky Lynch.
All right. Well, I would agree with you about that making sense with Asuka attacking Becky, but then again, we had Asuka lose to Mandy Rose a month after beating Becky Lynch. And
Yeah.
to me, that was like just completely counterproductive. But
Yeah, honestly, I don't even think it was 50-50 booking. I think it was just really bad on WWE's part. I mean, to be honest, even with War Raiders, like I don't even understand why they were even a part of the Superstar Shakeup because they are the NXT Tag Team Champions. Like, I don't even think like if they were champions, that's another story. But the fact is, they are NXT Tag Champs. I mean, unless they're gonna drop the titles on NXT, then maybe come up on Raw. Also for Ricochet, I actually wanted him to go to SmackDown
right.
just because I wanted to see something between Ricochet and Daniel Bryan in the future. But I at the same time, something tells me that Daniel Bryan is going to be the last superstar to be drafted on Raw.
Yeah, could very well happen. Well, thank you for your thoughts and your bold predictions there. Anything you would like to plug or promote?
No plugs. Just keep up the good work. NoDQ is awesome, and
I
I
appreciate
actually like these live streams that you're doing. By the way, I think it's definitely a change.
Yeah, for sure.
As long as Raw is, and sometimes you got to put up with the crappy booking, but
yeah,
I think it's a pretty nice addition to NoDQ, so I dig it.
Oh, well, very nice. Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate that. Ooh, Andrade there with oh, wait a minute. No, near fall. Yeah, I'm like a minute behind. That's the only negative for me is that like I got to be careful looking at the chat room because I might get spoiled on something, and then that kind of defeats the purpose of doing a live reactions video when I get spoiled in the chat. So I got to like minimize it while I'm watching this. Anyways, thank you so much for the call, and I hope to hear from you soon.
All right, no problem. Definitely.
All right, have a great night.
All right, you too, man.
All right, take care. All right, so now I will put this on Do Not Disturb and get back to the match here. All right, let's see here. Balor's got him in the drop zone, as Michael Cole calls it. Ah. Andrade back up. Yeah, I'm going to minimize the chat room for the duration of this just because I do not want to accidentally get spoiled here. All right, let's see what happens here. Balor got him back down again. Let's see. Here he goes. Oh, he missed it. He's selling his knee. And here we go. Well, wait a minute. Balor rolled him up. Nope. Oh, they botched that clothesline over the top. Yeah, Balor's selling the knee, selling the leg. There he goes. He's feeding off the energy from the fans to overcome that pain. Ah, here we go. Zelina interfering. And wait a minute. Balor dives over her onto Andrade. And she is in complete disbelief. And wait a minute. Oh, Hurricane Rana by Zelina Vega to Finn Balor while the referee was distracted. And I think that's the wrap. That's the match. That's ball game, as JBL might say. Hammerlock DDT, and yep. Stick a fork in Finn Balor. He is done. Andrade wins his Raw debut, which I figured that would happen. Like the finish there, like Zelina getting involved. Zelina paying dividends for Andrade Cien Almas, or just Andrade. Yeah, thumbs up. Good debut for Andrade. I like it. Well done. All right, let's get back to the chat room now. Ryan thinks Almost big push coming? For now, we'll see where he is 6 months from now. Caleb Jacob says Andrade is a future IC champion. James Allen says good match. TJS says good stuff. Michael Blake says I need a woman like Vega in my life. Curtis Butler, we know I'm late. I'm about a minute late. Oh, interesting point here by Stefan Osborne. So Charlotte Flair to Raw to join her boyfriend Andrade. Hey, that makes sense. We saw Zelina Vega go over with Aleister Black on Raw, same brand. Would not shock me. I think I mentioned Charlotte as one of my potential picks to go over to Raw, just because she has been on SmackDown for a while now. Oh, they're showing a recap of Elias being interrupted by the dead man. TGS says we're both using slings, so we're at the same point. Okay, so I have a question to some of you in the chat room. For those of you that are ahead of me, how are you watching Raw right now? Because your feedback will be useful for me in the future. Are you using YouTube? Are you using PlayStation View? Are you using traditional cable? Tony Braden says cable, Dish Network cable, Dish. So it sounds like a lot of you still watch Raw on traditional cable television or Dish or DirecTV. Yeah, Canaanite says watching a stream is always going to be behind. Yeah, so that pretty much, that throws out that theory that a lot of people have cut cable. I mean, I know some have, but based off of this sample from you guys in the chat room, it seems like the majority of you are still using traditional cable as opposed to watching this on a streaming service. I'm watching it on Sling TV right now. So that's the one disadvantage of cutting the cord. If you're watching live with people, you're going to be behind if you're using Sling or YouTube. Very few people in here said Sling, maybe a handful of people. All right, let's go ahead and open up Skype. I'll take another call here real quick. Again, guys, please keep it relatively brief with your thoughts. All right, Chris Mace calling in. Hello, Chris. How's it going?
It's going good. How's it going, Aaron?
Do you prefer Chris or Christopher?
It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to call me.
All right, that works. So, Mr. Mace, your thoughts on that match. What did you think about Andrade's Raw debut?
I thought it was a good debut, so now I'm kind of interested. If it had been for the title, I could have seen Balor going to SmackDown, but since it wasn't for the title, it makes me wonder. Or they could still be possible. They could still move Balor to SmackDown and move Joe to Raw. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens here later on. But it's been an interesting shakeup so far with Cedric Alexander going and War Raider / Viking Experience going. It's been interesting so far. I'm kind of seeing what's going on here in the future of Raw with these new shakeups here.
Any bold predictions? I mean, we had that one bold prediction a few minutes ago about Asuka confronting Becky. What do you think might be like a big shocker that we're not expecting? Any bold predictions you would like to make?
I wouldn't be shocked if it's Daniel Bryan being in the main event instead of everybody saying AJ Styles. I wouldn't be shocked if maybe Daniel Bryan's the one who's in the main event with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins.
Right.
Would be something surprising. Wouldn't be expected.
Well, I would not be surprised to see Bryan or AJ show up on Raw, quite frankly, just because they've had really solid runs on SmackDown. To change things up a bit. I mean, you want to get a few top stars over on Raw from SmackDown, and I'm sure SmackDown will get a couple of somewhat big Raw names. I mean, I still think like with Roman Reigns, it'll be a believe it when I see it scenario. I feel like
Exactly.
Reigns would be good for the Fox launch, but I know Raw is still Vince's baby, and Raw is always going to be the A show. So Reigns will probably stay on Raw, but I mean, anything is possible. Power Packers 90 with a $2 super chat says, watching Sling, so that's probably why we are in sync. Yeah. I mean, what are you using right now? I think you said in the chat room, but just let me know what
I'm using Cox Cable, and it's back on right now, and Elias is talking right now while you're probably still on commercial.
Well, I just got back from commercial with that they're in Montreal. All right, well, thank you so much for the call, Chris. Want to do your quick plugs?
Just follow me on Facebook at Christopher Mace and support Aftermath Wrestling, support NoDQ, and support Simple Man. So have a good night, Aaron.
I'm sure Noah will appreciate that. Have a great night, Chris.
You too.
All right, take care. All right, that was Christopher Mace. Back on Do Not Disturb. Stefan says, could we see WWE and Universal titles switch brands? And he left a $2 super chat. Thank you for that, Stefan. Yeah, I mean, that would definitely be something significant if that happened. But I feel like Rollins is better on Raw right now. He's got a lot of interesting people he can feud with. So I don't necessarily see the need for Rollins to go to SmackDown. And I think Kofi's fine on SmackDown. He doesn't need to go to Raw. So I don't think it's necessary. It could happen if WWE wanted to, create some buzz, but I don't think it has to happen. All right, let's listen in on Elias, see what he has to say. Crowd chanting Undertaker. Anthony says use Fubo TV. I've never heard of that one. We are into the second hour now. Usually the first segment of the second hour is something significant. Of course, the crowd does walk with Elias. They boo him, yet they do his chant with him. Canaanite says the sports team bashing is so played out. It's cheap heat. It always works. It pretty much always works. Like the sports bashing never ceases to fail. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you hear that heat. It always works. You bash the sports team, it's pretty much guaranteed he'll heat. But then the crowd will just go right back and saying walk with Elias, and they'll start chanting for him and all that stuff. So it's not like old school heat where like that crowd, they might riot and they might actually, throw feces or urine at you. If anyone interrupts him, they'll never be able to show their face again. Man, the crowd they definitely turned against him when he made the sports reference. Rey Mysterio to Monday Night Raw. Okay. I mean, is that really necessary? Like, Rey versus Andrade again? I mean, they already had their feud. And wouldn't it be better to have one Hispanic star on SmackDown and one on Raw just to draw in that audience on each show? Yeah, I don't know if this one was really necessary. I guess maybe they could do Rey Mysterio versus Cedric Alexander as a possibility. All right, let's reopen the chat and see what you guys think about this. Rey Mysterio botch. All right, I'll look out for it. Oh, I just saw the botch. Ooh. Yeah, not the best debut for Rey Mysterio. Ha, Alex says, so far Raw's an F-. People are saying Lars Sullivan. Really? So you have a guy come over to Raw only to get beat up by Lars Sullivan? Okay. Well, I'm waiting for it. Either people are lying to me or I'm really behind. Oh, here he comes. All right, yeah, I'm quite a bit behind. I gotta refresh this stream. It feels like I get more behind as time goes on. I don't know why. I guess just the nature of the stream, it buffers a little bit. Welcome to Raw, Rey Mysterio. You come over just to get beat up by Lars Sullivan. Well, I mean, Rey Mysterio beating up Lars would not make sense anyways, because Lars, like, over twice the size of Rey. Chase is like, Lars equals boring. Oh, come on. Lars has got potential, man. Give him a chance. See, this is going to be Cedric Alexander's future. Eduardo says, gotta work tomorrow. See y'all. Well, thank you for tuning in, Eduardo. I do appreciate it. Chase calls Lars Snitsky 2.0. And there we go. Slams him to the mat. I guess his move is called the freak accident now. But is it really an accident if he's doing it on purpose? Oh, he's not done yet. What a evil SOB. Where's JR? JR commentary for this. Enough is enough, damn it. This would be so much better if JR was commentating this. He would really put over Lars as like a cold-hearted bastard. And Cole's just, reciting the predetermined lines for him. He's the freak, he's the wrecking ball, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Alex Boney, he's got a family, damn it. Ray's kid Dominic is watching backstage. He has a son, for crying out loud. See, I really like Lars's facial expressions. He tells a story through his expressions. He shows some character, which I like. He's got some real intensity. I like Lars. I know you guys are, just some of you are passing him off as Snitsky 2.0, but from the time I saw him, the first time I saw him at an NXT live event, like, he just stood out to me, like, not just the size, but just his presence. Like, I saw this guy and I'm like, this is a professional wrestler. This guy fits the mold of what a pro wrestler should be. And TGS has to chime in. He's an ugly mofo. Oh boy, Becky Lynch versus Ruby Riott. You guys know how this goes every week. Ruby Riott's always got to be there to put over the bigger talent. All right. How about another call? As Goldberg might say, who's next to call in? Mike B with a $2 super chat. Braun to SmackDown Live. I would not rule that out. If Roman isn't going to SmackDown, then I think Braun will. I think one of them, SmackDown going to Fox, needs something. Kaitlyn says his music is good, Aaron. I do like it too, Kaitlyn. I like Lars's music. Yeah, I think with WWE debuting on Fox, I think it's good to have either Roman Reigns or Braun Strowman come over and be the force that carries the brand. Although you got Braun Strowman versus Lars Sullivan as a potential battle of the big men. Although maybe if WWE has really big plans for Lars, they keep those guys separate for a year and then do that match at WrestleMania. So it depends on how far WWE plans to push Lars. So maybe it would be a better idea for them to be on separate brands for the time being. Stephen Osborne with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Stephen. He says, more like Ryback 2.0 because of his IRL high IQ. All right. Well, thank you for that, Stephen. TGS says, big dog gotta hunt. Yeah, I mean, who knows? In 6 months, Lars Sullivan could end up putting over Roman Reigns. Would not shock me in the slightest. Skype is open if anybody else would like to call in. Anybody like Stefan or any of you that would like to call in again with updated thoughts, feel free to do so. The Skype line is open. I told Kaitlyn she could call in, but she's got a little bit of stage fright, so I don't know if she's going to do it. She's going to be mad that I'm calling her out on it now. Where's the Duchess? Where's Cindy? All right, well, Stefan's calling back. Hey, welcome back, Stefan.
Hey, as soon as you said I could call twice, I'm like, I'm more than willing to help you fill in here, man.
Yeah, like I'm running out of callers already. Everyone's tired already, I guess.
That's weird. Maybe because of the NoDQ NA Live, like you got through everybody. Everybody's more interested in just watching the show. Personally speaking, I've always liked the idea of somebody doing a live show during Raw or SmackDown without that audio. That way I would have somebody else to listen to commentate on the match instead of Michael Cole.
Right?
Like, especially a few years ago, Cole was just getting to be annoying to the point to where I would occasionally mute Raw. Like,
right.
I have nothing else to listen to, but I would fucking mute it anyway. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I don't know. It's a 3-hour stream, so we're bound to drop some F-bombs here. Yeah, I mean, when I'm listening to this, a big difference between JR and Michael Cole is that JR will actually sell the audience on why Lars Sullivan is scary. JR's just reciting the lines that are given to him, you know, the buzzwords like the freak and the wrecking ball, instead of actually saying this guy is hideous, you know, and explaining why this is so wrong what he's doing. Like JR would do that.
Yeah, Lars, they're doing okay, I think, with this idea of the freak, and so far he really doesn't say much, and that's, to me, that's an issue, because he is, like I said in the super chat, legit. He's got a high IQ, like he's more of a Ryback kind of guy. Yeah, he's big and scary looking, but he's also a smart guy. So I think that's part of what you're seeing in his face and his facade when, you know, he acts through visual.
Right.
You're seeing him knowing how to contort his face because it makes sense to him because he's such a smart guy to know how to visually tell this story.
Right.
That is going to be one of his better qualities, I think, because I have heard him on the mic and he's okay, but I think the fact that he's so smart kind of it lends to not being able to sell the monster as well when he's on the mic. Like he just doesn't.
Right.
He doesn't typically sound like a monster guy.
They screwed up. They referred to Bobby Roode and Chad Gable as the Usos. Giveaway? Did they just give this away? Did they F up? I'm going to say it. They fucked up. They put the Usos as the graphic for Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. Holy shit. What a botch. If the Usos come out now, that is like an epic failure. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to let you go because I want to hear what he's saying right now. Thank you for coming in and calling, and feel free to do so again if we have some dead air.
I'll hit you up on the third hour if you do.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Stefan. I appreciate it.
All right.
All right,
No problem.
bye.
Bye.
All right, so I closed the chat room right now just because I don't want to get spoiled if the Usos do come out. But I think we just... All right, wait, so Chad Gable just said it's the shakeup. Let's do something. Oh, they totally screwed it up. What an epic fail. Now, this was, you know, the big prediction I was making that the Usos were coming to... They were coming to Monday Night Raw. So let me go ahead and get this posted here. Wow. What a fail. That was really bad. Curtis Butler says, Kevin Dunn at his finest. Oh my God, idiots. Yeah, that's putting it mildly. That was a pretty bad blunder. Botchamania. Here come the Usos Experience. We should just call every tag team the Experience. The Gable and Roode Experience. The Usos Experience. The Bar Experience. Marshall Leonard says he should be fired. Kevin Dunn. Wow, they just blew the surprise. I mean, way to go, whoever was responsible for that. The Usos to Raw. Updated Superstar Shakeup results. So we got the Usos versus Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. I'm still like, I'm not even over that yet. I can't even. What is up with this show? How do they screw that up? Canaanite says, can just hear Vince yelling, damn it, into the headset at Gorilla. What's your thoughts on the crowd, says Tony Braden. I think they've been really good so far. I mean, last time WWE was in Montreal, it was one of the best Raw crowds of the year. Although they did cheer for Elias until he did the cheap heat. Ooh, good point here by Snipe Rider. Usos to Raw. Does that mean Naomi to Raw too? Seems like it. I mean, I would think so. I would think Naomi. And Naomi's another one where, you know, she's been treading water on SmackDown. She definitely makes sense as somebody that would be switching over. Virtue says, I've been saying the Virtue Experience on Twitter for years. Virtue, you should call in next during the break. We haven't had you on yet. I'm still waiting for Kaitlyn to call in. I need some help from the team NoDQ to help me through this. I mean, we're not even halfway through Raw yet, and now you guys get to see the fatigue. You know, I feel like this show's been going on for a while, and then I look at the clock, and we still have over an hour and a half left of this. So, ugh. Kaitlyn says she'll call in. Yay. Kaitlyn says, if you ask me questions, LOL. I'll ask you questions. Kurapika07 says, Raw has a lot of botches going on. Let's go Uso chant from the crowd. Hamp Connell says, will you be going live after Double or Nothing? That's the plan. I definitely plan to watch that live and then do a video afterwards. I'm not going to do this format for that, though, but I will do the post video afterwards with my review. Alex Boney says Naomi complains too much. Michael Wayne says, overhaul the roster. Kaitlyn says, you're doing fine, Aaron. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Kev Dog says, Viking Experience, what a stupid name change. Mike Jones says, ask if she'll marry you. Aww. I got to do that in person. I'm not going to, spoiler alert, I'm not going to do that on a live stream. That would be pretty lame. TGS says, check your Skype messages. Maybe. I'll think about it. Yeah, so Usos to SmackDown, or Usos to Raw, excuse me. Definitely a move I was expecting and I think was a good move. and really a move that made sense after they lost the tag team titles abruptly on SmackDown. Yeah, so another thing I wanted to add about all this is we need to wait until everything's done. You know, we're just seeing some of the results so far. We got to see the sum of everything. We got to see the final result of all the moves and then make a decision as to were these good moves or not. You know, a move that might not make sense right now, when it's all said and done, it might make more sense once we have every move finalized. Right now, there's still a lot of questions about who else is moving and where they're going. So it is difficult to judge the moves when we don't know everybody that's moving. But yeah, Usos to Raw. Yeah, thumbs up for me on that one. Super kick to Bobby Roode. Looks like the Usos are picking up this one. And here we go. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a given that the newcomers are going to win every match. I mean, that's the one downside to this is it's very predictable. You know the new guys are going to win their first match on the brand because it would be pretty stupid for them to lose anyways. And yes, TGS, I do think so. Yeah, there's the double splash. Usos pick up the victory. All right, let's go ahead and reopen Skype. So maybe Virtue or Kaitlyn can call in, or somebody else who would like to call in if you haven't yet. The Uso Penitentiary is now on Monday Night Raw. And probably Raw will be feeling the glow as well. All right, James calling back in. Hello, welcome back, James.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. So,
call back? Oh.
How do you feel about the Usos being on Monday Night Raw?
I think that was the most epic botch I have seen on Monday Night Raw, and it's kind of funny because last night me and my brother have been like binge watching a lot of Vince Russo WCW, and there's at the first Mayhem pay-per-view, Scott Hall comes out to during the match, he goes, "I'm going to make an open challenge, ironic enough, for the U.S. title," and before he could even announce that I'm putting the title up on the line for anybody to come out, they already started playing Booker T's music.
Wow. I mean, yeah, that was something right out of WCW. I mean, way to give it away. I mean, I figured it was probably the Usos, but still, you just ruined it for everybody by doing that. You ruined any suspense in who it might be.
Yeah, I just found that to be really hilarious. I'm just wondering, since you mentioned you're doing Double or Nothing, and I'm going to be live in Vegas to go see that t-shirt company, as some people would say. I was if when Tuesday, since you're going to be open on October, will you be covering them if they're on TBS or TNT if the rumors are true?
Oh yeah, for sure. I will definitely, and I hope they are. I hope that they're going to get that. You know, TNT, TBS. That's a pretty big deal if they get that. That's the big rumor right now.
Literally, history is going to repeat itself if they're on the Turner networks.
I mean that would be quite interesting considering what happened with WCW for it to go full circle.
You know what they say, history repeats itself, you never learn your lesson. So I guess Vince or something happened where we're right back to TNT or TBS having a wrestling show going right up against Vince.
All right, so who do you think's going to be Rollins and Reigns' partner later? Got a bold prediction?
Well, since maybe Ambrose, because they're already promoting the network, the farewell match is on a Sunday house show network event, but they're probably going to have it be a call-up, so I would like to see maybe Gargano, but then again, it could also be probably AJ. I could see AJ Styles possibly knowing them.
Could be AJ.
I would like to be, like Velveteen Dream or Gargano or somebody like that.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, well, thank you so much for calling in again. I appreciate it.
Well, no problem. You had open air, so.
All right, thank you. I enjoy having the company here, just to give me a break because my voice is going to be completely shot if I don't take a break from talking here.
Oh, trust me, I know, especially after last week in Mania.
Yeah, for sure. All right, enjoy the rest of the show.
You too.
All right, take care. All right, Virtue's calling in. All right, Virtue, thank you for your patience here. Welcome.
Hi, what's up?
Oh, I'm just still laughing my ass off over that botch with the Usos graphic showing up prematurely.
Did you already get the screenshot of it?
I did not see the screenshot of it yet, but I should post it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then you should say, man, the Usos look different.
So how are you feeling about this so far? And do you have any bold predictions?
It's the mid-card shakeup, man. There's no main eventers anymore. I mean, they'll shuffle a couple big names over. I anticipate AJ, but we'll see how his injury is because whoever's going to be in the match tonight's going to probably work. But it could be AJ because if his hip's still sore, it is a 6-man tag, right? So he doesn't have to do much.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. I mean, who else is on SmackDown that could come over? Kevin Owens, but he just came back.
Oh, well, wait a minute. I guess it could be Owens because they are in Montreal. He'll get the big babyface pop. Yeah, it might be Owens now that I'm thinking about it.
I just don't know with AJ's injury. You know what I mean? And that person's in the match tonight. So I want it to be AJ. I think he'd be good on Raw, but I hold out possibilities for Owens. So let's see.
Yeah, I mean, Owens seems like a real possibility. So we got Sami Zayn on next, so I wonder what else he's going to say that you will approve of, that you can say, hey, I wrote this.
I got to turn that on. I got to watch that for sure. That's riveting. And you see Sasha Banks use the word marks online?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, they're reading, they're listening to Vince Russo or other people, and they're starting to see that word triggers fans. They need to let Sammy use it on TV.
Oh, yeah.
On him.
It's been a while since I've heard somebody actually use the phrase marks on television.
Probably Triple H. Triple H or Punk.
Yeah, maybe.
Remember.
Yeah, it's been a while, though. All right, well, Virtue, thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. You want to do your plugs?
Yeah, NoDQ Virtue, or at NoDQ_Virtue on Twitter, NoDQ.com/Virtue.
All right, I appreciate the call, man. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, later.
All right, take care. All right, so that was Virtue. Now I will go ahead and put this back on Do Not Disturb for the time being. Let's go ahead and get back to Raw with Sami Zayn on the Moment of Bliss segment. It'll be interesting to see what he says. It'll be interesting to see what kind of heat Sami Zayn can get because Raw is in his hometown. So he's going to get this huge pop. So what can he do other than cheap heat? I mean, is he going to just resort to the usual cheap heat? Let's see what happens here. Curtis Butler says the pop will be heavy. And I will close the chat right now just so I don't get spoiled from anything. The Superstar. I always say that. Superstar. The Superstar Shakeup edition of Moment of Bliss. Yep, big pop as expected for Sami Zayn, including the fan with the unicorn. Everyone singing the song, humming the song. Oh, his music just started again. Nice. Let's go. He should just do it a third time. I wonder if they're just going to do this and then he's just going to say, you people aren't worth it, and then leaves. Oh, here we go again. This is so goofy, but I love it. This is great. He should just get on the mic and say, you people aren't worth it, and take off. I mean, that's the segment. Yeah, so it's just being purposely over the top because he knows they're a bunch of sheep. Too easy. Watch this. Ha All right, a little bit of Olay. I love this. This is a great segment. This has been the best thing on Raw up to this point, in my opinion. The Robo Buck with a $2 super chat donation says, B team to the B show. Ouch. I mean, they certainly could not be doing any worse than they're doing right now. So, yeah, why not? He says, I absolutely love this city. It's just the people he can't stand. Here we go. Yeah, it says everything's great but the people, basically. See, if you don't diss the sports team, I don't know how effective this is going to be. All right, they're starting to boo a little bit. How rude. He didn't even want to do Alexa's show. He says the cheers actually make me a bit sick. What are they chanting? I don't know what they're chanting. Oh, Kevin Owens. Kev Dog says heel Sami is great. I agree. Now what are they chanting? Are they chanting something in French? The fans are not even fans. They're too busy playing critic. Sounds like me. Hey, it pays my bills at least. Tony Braden says Sammy's walk is hilarious. Yeah, Mike B, I don't know. Is Alexa a face right now? This is kind of strange here. He says, I was born here, but these are not my people. Ah, there you go. I don't even live here anymore. That's a good way to get the heat. Yeah, he says, see you in hell again. And now they're chanting, nah, 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 hey, 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 goodbye. Noah says that was the best moment of bliss ever. I agree on that. And you know what? I think we should hear from the simple man. The Skype is back open. Kaitlyn, you can call in too. Somebody call in. Skype is open. Let's get some feedback about Sami Zayn. Chris Mace is calling back. Hello, Chris Mace. Welcome back.
Hey, so now I got an interesting question for you. Do you see it now where, since we see that with Sami Zayn, do you see it where Kevin Owens comes to Raw now and they reunite their feud again against there, but this time Kevin Owens being the face and Sami Zayn being the heel? That's something I don't think I've ever seen before. Them reversing roles, even in Independence, I don't remember them reversing roles and facing each other like that.
Right, because yeah, I think Sami Zayn was always a babyface on the Indies. I don't recall him ever being a heel. Yeah, I could see that as a possibility. If Owens comes to Raw tonight, then yeah, I could definitely see Owens versus Zayn again.
Yeah,
with the roles
especially since
reversed.
Owens now seems like he's doing more of the stunner now as his finish than anything. Now I don't see him really doing that pop-up powerbomb too much.
Right. Oh, Virtue says, when is WWE releasing the "See You in Hell" shirt?
That'd be a good shirt.
Yeah, it would be. But yeah, we'll see what happens tonight. I feel like Owens could possibly be that third person on the team. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I was about to suggest that too. As soon as I saw that segment, I was about to call back and suggest that it probably may be Owens. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking
that's going to be an interesting one.
I was thinking like we would possibly see Owens in that segment come out and interrupt Zayn, and then the crowd just goes absolutely nuts for that.
Yeah, but they flip and flop in Alexa Bliss too much. One minute she acts like she's a face, the next minute she acts like she's a heel, like she can't make up her mind. But you know, typical WWE booking. Sometimes you just never know. Sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's up with her. Like, yeah, it felt like what's going on here with her. Just yeah, and then last week she was wrestling, and now she's back to doing the talk show segment. So yeah, I don't get it.
I don't know. Well, we'll just wait and see. But like I said, I'll go ahead and free up the lines. Want to call back?
Well, I think it's too late. Kaitlyn just said she's not calling in now. We missed the window to have her on.
Well, my bad. I figured I know Superman probably wants to call in, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off here since I've already called twice now. Right. So I'll let Superman try to call in.
All right, go ahead and get off, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, talk to you later. Bye. All right, that was Chris Mace. All right, line is open. Who's next? Skype is open. Newski79 says, man, Sami got 3 huge pops and then turned and pulled the crowd in 2. So good. All right, well, we're back from commercial, so maybe next time we'll get... Maybe Kaitlyn will call in. Maybe she's just messing with you guys and she will call in. All right, we got a WrestleMania ad. Let's see what's up next. Oh, Iconics coming out. So does that mean they're on Raw? Because they are the tag team champions, so they can appear on either show, right? Now, see, Michael Cole did not say they're on Raw. He just said that the tag team champions, the Iconics. So I'm not sure. Did they actually say anything about the Iconics being on Raw? So they're showing a backstage segment with... All right, so Bayley's finding another partner. Interesting. The plot thickens because we know all the stuff going on with Sasha Banks right now. So who will be Bayley's partner? Whoo, whoo. I just closed the chat, but if I had to take a guess, I would say it's maybe going to be Naomi with the Usos coming to Monday Night Raw. Oh, there you go. It is Naomi. So, yeah, no shock there. So, yeah, Bayley and Naomi teaming up now, and Sasha Banks, MIA. All right, let's see some of the reactions to this. So the champs are going to lose, says UWCW Wrestling. They might. Maybe not. I mean, yeah, the newcomers always win, or pretty much always win. Mr. Anderson says, is Sasha Banks done with WWE? Well, maybe she shows up on SmackDown tomorrow. Let's not rule that out. They may be having her go over to SmackDown. Virtue says, I'm really surprised Vince doesn't troll married couples and put them on separate shows. Well, remember that happened with Alberto Del Rio and Paige, but I guess that was more of a situation where WWE felt like they were creating problems, and that's why they were split up. Michael Blake says, Raw has sucked hard tonight. I mean, it's been okay. I mean, it hasn't really blown me away personally. Yeah, War Raiders showed up, but we really haven't seen a lot of surprises. So far, it's been pretty straightforward. I mean, Miz was a surprise, but not like, wow, this is awesome. It's like, do we really need him on Raw? Edgar says Raw has been kind of lame. Virtue says that Sami crowd control was excellent. Yeah, to me, that has been the highlight of Raw so far, Sami Zayn. I love what he's doing. He's really entertaining. And like I said, great wrestler, great talker. He's great. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to close the chat room so I don't get spoiled with the finish. Naomi with a kick. Naomi's basically taking on the two of them by herself. And here comes Bayley. Bayley to belly. And now Naomi doing the split-legged moonsault. And it looks like that's it. So, yep, tag team champions getting beat. So, Naomi victorious in her Raw debut. Now we'll go back to the chat room, see your guys' thoughts. Hamp Connell says, I cannot take Sami's seriously. Well, I think he's great. Marshall Leonard says, Kaitlyn, I'm single. Know any single chicks in your area you could set me up with? LOL. And Kaitlyn's like, no, sorry. Ha Alex says, best booties on same show, hell to the yes. And Bass Family says, bring back NoDQ CW. How about you tell WWE to bring back a good game on the Nintendo consoles, and then we'll talk. All right, let me go ahead and open up Skype again since it looks like we're on another break. They're showing a recap from WrestleMania. All right, if anybody would like to call in and give their thoughts on Naomi coming to Monday Night Raw, Skype is open. Kaitlyn, this is your chance. Or Simple Man Noah, one of you would like to call in, get some more Team No DQ people on, get your guys' thoughts. Everyone's saying EC3. Oh my God, TGS is having an orgasm. EC3 to Raw. Now, wait a minute. I thought he was on Raw. Well, I guess he was on both shows, right? But I feel like he's really only appeared on Raw for the most part. Did he even wrestle on SmackDown? I know he wrestled on Raw. I don't recall him even wrestling on SmackDown. He might have like showed up in a backstage segment for a second, but I feel like he's done more on Raw. So is that? I guess all these free agents are getting assigned officially to a brand. Yeah, as Noah said, he has not wrestled on SmackDown Live yet. At least he gets an entrance, so good for him. So EC3 demanding competition. All right, let's see who the next person is. All right, Skype is open if anybody would like to call in. Kaitlyn, Noah, somebody call in. Give my voice a break. Ooh, Virtue says if EC3 is top 1%, is TJS the bottom 1%? Ouch. Savage line of the night. I agree with that, Virtue. I think TJS is just like busting a nut over the sight of EC3. Oh, Kaitlyn's calling. Yay. Hello.
Hey.
Thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel
I was all
about
ready to go the last commercial break?
Yeah, well, Chris Mace ruined that. So how do you feel about Naomi being on Raw?
That was just expected once the Usos came out.
Yeah, pretty much. How you feeling about the shakeup overall so far?
I'm actually kind of enjoying it, and I don't know if it's because like being in the chat and then the other chat and then with Aaron and the girls in another chat, so it's keeping busy.
Yeah, I mean, it sometimes it's more exciting just to be able to chat with people about the show than to actually watch it.
Pretty much.
It's been tough for me because I'm having to go back and forth.
I gotta interrupt you. I'm mostly kidding, Chris Mace. He wrote in there, my fault. I wasn't really mad at him or anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured that. I think you were just building up the suspense for it.
But I really liked the Sami Zayn segment, and my nephew messaged me too, saying that he liked it a lot.
I love Sami. He's really entertaining. Any bold predictions you want to make? Like any guess as to who the third person's going to be in the main event?
Well, I was thinking AJ for that last match, but I originally was thinking maybe Daniel Bryan would move, but he won't be on that team.
Who do you think's gonna come out to face EC3? Somebody from NXT,
That's a good
maybe?
question. I mean, could be, but I feel like we've already had a ton of moves tonight, or at least like official placements of people.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, maybe it could be an NXT guy, but we'll see. We'll find out in a few minutes. A bunch of people are saying Randy Orton. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, so I better close the chat room.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still quite a bit behind people. But anyways, thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
All right, hold on. Marshall Leonard's asking me what I think about Dean Ambrose leaving, and I still don't know what I think, if that's true or not. But all right, I'll let you go.
Well, do you think he'll end up coming back, or do you think he's going to go to AEW? Putting you on the spot here.
I don't know. I still think it's weird the way that they like made such a production of it.
It is,
I
and
feel
now
like there's got to be a reason.
And now he's having the last Shield match ever. Oh, they got another Bray Wyatt thing going on right now.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Is this the same one, or is this a different one?
I don't know. Is that who he's facing?
I don't think so.
No.
All right. Well, thank you
I
for
guess you're
calling
not that
in.
far behind then.
Yeah, thank you for calling in, Caitlin. I'll get back to this. I appreciate you calling in. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right. Love you.
Love you.
Bye. All right, let's get back to this. So it's the same. I think, is it the same commercial, guys? Looks like it's the same commercial with the dinosaur puppet choking on smoke. All right, let's see who the mystery opponent is. Oh, Braun Strowman. Okay, so no switch here. Oh, poor EC3. Sucks to be him right now. EC3 getting chopped out here. Oh boy. Man, talk about a big disappointment here with EC3. And TJS is probably just crying in his room right now. He's going to flush the toilet for this, for sure, because EC3 is his man. Yeah, maybe EC3 goes to SmackDown. Oh, the bell hasn't even rung. EC3 is trying to flee. We'll see what happens here. Maybe EC3 just gets beat up without there actually being a match. Now, they might not even do a match here. I think Strowman's just going to kick his butt, and then maybe EC3 goes to SmackDown. Or is EC3 on Raw? See, I'm confused now. And Braun Strowman just chokeslams him through the stage. So maybe EC3 is going to SmackDown. I'm not even sure at this point. I'm so confused. Somebody just said EC3 got chokeslammed back to main event. Ouch. Now here comes Becky. Here comes Becky, 2 belts. So let's see what people said about that last segment. TJS is crying, says Kev Dog. Noah says, I feel bad for TJS's boy. Noah says to think there's still a whole hour left. I agree on that. I'm tired. Like, now would just be a good time for the show to be over, which back in the day, it would be over. It would be a 2-hour show. Mike B with a $2 super chat says, Bray Wyatt's imitation of Mr. Sacco is greater than EC3. Ouch. Well, I'm sorry, Virtue, but I think that might be the new Savage line of the night here. Canaanite says EC3 is a default creator wrestler. Ouch. That might be a candidate for Savage line of the night. I always thought that of Cody Rhodes, you know. I know people love Cody and whatnot, but I always saw Cody as like a default CAW wrestler. Like if you had like one of those just plain looking guys with plain trunks, just has an average move set. Like I always thought of Cody Rhodes as one of those guys, but you know, hats off to Cody. He's doing his thing and he's living the dream right now. So I'm happy for the guy. Power Packers 90 with a $2 super chat says, it pisses me off how they treat guys like EC3 on the main roster. Well, again, not everybody can be a star, you know. Well, I guess everybody could technically be a WWE superstar, but you know what I mean? Like, not everybody can be a main event level guy. Like, EC3 was top of the food chain in Impact Wrestling, but Impact was big fish, small pond. This is a different scenario. This is WWE, and it's a very crowded roster. So, yeah, EC3 is really going to struggle to be relevant. James Allen said EC3 chokeslammed back into Derek Bateman. All right, let me go ahead and open Skype real quick. If anybody would like to call in, Noah, we haven't heard from you yet. We haven't heard from the Simple Man. Hamp Connor with a $2 super chat says, I don't think it's a puppet, it's Charlotte's camel toe. Okay, interesting comment there from Hamp Connell. Virtue says EC3 slammed back into the Deviant. All right, Tony Brain calling back. Hello, Tony.
Hey, what's up, Aaron?
Not much. Thanks for repping the NoDQ beanie. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. Always.
So how are you enjoying the shakeup up to this point?
Yeah, it's so at this point.
So, what'd you think about EC3 getting chokeslammed through the stage by Braun?
I feel bad for him at this point, but he already lost to Tyler Breeze on the main event, so what else could you do at this point, you know?
It's only up from here, right?
Yeah.
Any other thoughts you have on the show or any bold predictions you would like to make?
Well, I heard people were thinking Charlotte, but how many women do you think they would have switch shows?
I mean, they might do a few. Maybe Sasha's going to SmackDown. Who knows? I mean, people are like thinking something's going on here, but maybe it's just the scenario where her and Bayley are breaking up and Sasha's going to end up on SmackDown and she's going to get a big push on there to be the new face of the SmackDown women's division.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that either Kevin Owens goes to Raw and Sami goes to SmackDown just to make sure they're away from each other from the time being.
Yeah, so you don't think it would be good for them to feud again?
No, I think keep them off for the next year or maybe a couple years. I think since they've been drafted, they've been together even since NXT, so I feel like that's a lot of years together, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I could see the argument for it both ways. Keeping them apart or maybe having them feud with the roles reversed. Maybe at some point. I mean, they should definitely do it. If not in the near future, maybe down the line, have them feud, but with the roles reversed. You know, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. You could always come back to it no matter what.
All right. We're back from commercial. Anything you would like to plug or promote?
Just everyone to make sure to get a NoDQ shirt.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, Tony.
Yeah, no problem. Let's get back to Raw then.
All right, have a great night, my friend.
All right, you too.
All right, take care. All right, and then I will close Skype for now. We got to have the Simple Man Noah Foster call in. So, Noah, maybe next commercial break we can get you to call in. Right now, they're just showing recaps of everything. So, Lars Sullivan beating up Rey Mysterio. Shane McMahon and The Miz fighting The Miz, needing a steel chair to get the upper hand on the guy he jumped from behind, of course. Okay, so. Wait, Eric Young's on Raw? When did they announce Eric Young? Did I miss that? Okay, so EC3 is not part of the official announcements regarding the Superstar Shakeup. See, I was confused because I thought they were officially assigning people to the brand. All right, let's see what Becky has to say here. Yeah, I think the Eric Young thing, they didn't even... Eric Young is so low on the totem pole that he doesn't even get his own segment on Raw. Uh-oh, Noah's not happy. All right, Noah, we got to get you to call in next commercial break. And by the way, when Ruby Riott finally changes her music, I will be giving away a free NoDQ.com shirt to somebody that retweets me. Let me open that up now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, next commercial break, we gotta get you to call in, Noah. Glasses off, for sure. Oh no, what just happened here? My feed got disrupted. All right, let me try to reload it. Well, here we go. Oh, no, it's back now. Okay, good. So I don't think Ruby's winning this match if I had to make a crazy prediction, guys. All right, so I'm doing the... Oh, wait. I screwed up. I'm doing the Ruby Riott tweet again, so I just retweeted it. If you guys want to retweet it, when she finally changes her babyface music, or officially turns babyface, I will be giving away a free NoDQ.com shirt, just an FYI. So you guys should make sure you retweet it, and if you have retweeted it, retweet it again. Oh, so Bully Ray is vocal about EC3. He's saying, in my opinion, what's the point of bringing up EC3 only to destroy him from day one on the main roster? Should have been left to thrive in NXT until right time. Hashtag Raw. So there you go. Bully Ray critical of the treatment of EC3. Yeah, EC3's been a real disappointment in WWE. You know, you figured his second run after Impact, he would be utilized more. Oh, TJS talking about EC3's nipples. He's obsessed with EC3. I gotta tell you guys. Yeah, I'm not really interested in this match. I'm kind of watching it, but I mean, let's face it, Becky's not getting beat by Ruby Riott. Riot Squad will probably interfere a little bit, but Becky's still gonna win. You know, if this match was booked 1-on-3, Becky would win. So yeah, I find it hard to really get emotionally invested in this. It's essentially a squash match, a lengthy squash match. I mean, it's like Ruby is in a higher position than an enhancement talent, but at the same time, I mean, she's really serving the same purpose. They're just dragging this out longer. You know, when... Okay, so here comes the Beck-sploder. You know, years ago when you would have the squash matches, they would be really quick, you know. The star would hit his signature moves, and it would be like a 2-3 minute match, you know, just showcasing the moves of the star. But when you do a match like this, you know, it's like you don't expect Ruby to win because she's booked as enhancement talent, basically. But you just drag out the match. You're just sitting here waiting for it to end. Like, I don't buy into any of the near falls. Like, there's one right here. Don't buy into it at all. Oh, Kaitlyn says they changed it to the Viking Experience, no joke. Yeah, people are still tuning in and wondering what the hell is going on. So, first of all, if you guys want a list of all the Shakeup moves, I have a post over on NoDQ.com. So you can check that out. Here we go. Yeah, match over. Sarah Logan and... Oh, wait a minute. Sarah Logan and Ruby made the save. And now Becky's coming after them. And here we go, Becky taking out everybody. Or taking out Liv and Sarah, at least. And wait a minute, here we go. And match over. There it goes. So yeah, it's pretty much right down to how I called it, you know. You'd have Liv and Sarah interfere a little bit, but they would ultimately fail and Becky would win. And there you go. Beats them up afterwards. Like I said, 3-on-1, you know. She's going to end up destroying all three of them in a 3-on-1 situation. So pretty much, this is, now you guys know, you get to see me do this live, and you can see my thought process on this, you know. Never had any interest in this match. Filler, very predictable. So there you go. I mean, in the old days, you know, 1990, Becky would just come out there and beat somebody in 3 minutes. And this was probably 3-4 minutes longer than it needed to be. So there is my critique on this match. And Becky still has both championships. So later tonight, it's Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, along with a mystery partner, might be AJ Styles, might be Kevin Owens, versus Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bob the Lash, a.k.a. Lashley. Oh, so now they're being interviewed. The almighty Bobby Lashley. Here we go. Baron Corbin insulting the announcer. See, I miss the old days when the announcers would stick up for themselves. In particular, Mean Gene Okerlund. Like if the heel would start insulting Mean Gene Okerlund, he would fight back. You know, not physically, but he'd say, "You watch it, pal. Blow it out your ass," or something like that. Gene Okerlund was great. Like he didn't let the wrestlers bully him around, and he got respect that way. People respected Gene Okerlund because he would stand up for himself. Like these announcers, they're so cookie cutter, so generic, and then, you know, they just get insulted all the time, and they don't really do anything but hold the mic up. So, I mean, they really serve like no purpose. Like Gene Okerlund actually would carry conversations with the talents and advance the storylines in the interview. This is just time filler. So yeah, you guys are getting my rants now. We have a prediction here. Mysterious partner will be from NXT. That could be. All right, here comes Natalya. Coming out. So Becky Lynch was just standing in the ring the entire time for some reason. Why, I don't know. Oh, so I guess Natalya is going to challenge her for a match maybe. Power Packers 90 with a $2 super chat. Sad state that this is your top heels in WWE. Yeah, pretty much. The heels in WWE, it's definitely weak right now. I completely agree on that. All right, Skype is reopened. Where's the Simple Man? I'm waiting for the Simple Man to call in. Mr. Anderson says it's going to be R-Truth. I hope not. That will be a rant to end all rants. All right, we got Noah. It's the Simple Man. Noah, you there?
Yes, I am, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to have you on finally. So, have the glasses come off yet?
Oh, they've been off at least 2-3 damn times during this crap shoot.
Nice. Yeah, if I was wearing glasses for this video, they would have been off quite a while ago.
Oh, yeah. Yes, hello, everybody. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of wrestling, and my name is Noah Foster.
All right, you got the whole shtick this
You're
time.
welcome, Kaitlyn.
Yeah, she was hoping you would say everything this time.
Of course.
All right, so overall, what would you say is the best part of this show and the worst part?
Well, worst part, Viking Experience, simple as that. Best part, I have to say Andrade Cien. Yes, I respect the man, his whole name. Fuck you, Vince, and your first name hijinks. Anyway, yeah, that Finn Balor Andrade Cien match was freaking epic. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Can definitely see that building towards an Intercontinental Championship match, towards Money in the Bank.
Well, there you go. Maybe we'll see that unless Finn Balor goes to SmackDown. Well, I guess Joe would have to show up on Raw, and he's sick, so that might not even happen.
Yeah, I was about to say, if Finn Balor was going to go to SmackDown, they would have to trade the U.S. title to Raw because theoretically they're going to keep a mid-card title on each show.
Any other surprises you see? Like any prediction for the main event? Who that final person's going to be?
Jeez. If I had to guess, I know AJ Styles is on everybody's mind, but you got to imagine who they would fill SmackDown Live with in that spot. I don't see them pulling up anybody from Undisputed Era. So the only other possible person I could see being in that spot is really Randy Orton.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it will be Randy. I mean, that's certainly a possibility, but I mean, that would be kind of awkward if he's going to be teaming up with the baby faces, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, it's not the first time he's turned heel and face to heel, but I will say this. He hasn't turned as much as Big Show.
I know. I was just going to say he might be giving Big Show a run for his money.
Well, Braun Strowman's already doing that with his WrestleMania moments.
Edgar says maybe Johnny Gargano. What do you think about that as a possibility?
I mean, they already highlighted the NXT Tag Champ, so I can honestly see them doing that since he has been on Raw before. That's also a good guess, but that would just be a one-off, hopefully.
Well, I don't know. I think if Johnny Gargano showed up, he would be part of the Raw roster. But anyways, thank you so much for the call. We're back from commercial. I appreciate your call.
Anytime, sir.
All right, you want to do your plugs real quick?
I'll just keep it simple. Support NoDQ.com, support 205 Live Matters. Simple as that. Let's continue the show.
And check out 205 Live Matters and the NXT party and What's NXT.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much, my friend. Take care.
You too, sir.
All right. Peace out.
Bye-bye.
All right. That was the Simple Man, Noah Foster, who you guys can check out on the 205 Live Matters videos, as well as Stefan and Jerry's What's NXT and the NXT party. Now we just got to get Cindy on, but I think she might be working. I don't know where. All right, so let's see what happens here now. So it looks like we got a Natalya. She's going to, I guess, be Becky's next opponent. Yay. So is this going to be another Natalya heel turn, or is she just going to show her respect? Yeah, Cindy's working. Aw. Natalya's very proud of them. Well, kind of pinned her. Psycho Jet Black says, sing the American Males theme song. I'll do that if I get like a $20 super chat. I'll sing American Males on this stream. But that's the only way I'm doing it. I'm going to pull Greg Cherry and get you guys to send a $20 super chat for something that ridiculous. Kaitlyn says Natalya looks good tonight. All right, so there you go. Natalya says, I'm the best there is, best there was, and best there ever will be. So it looks like, yeah, we got Natalya versus Becky as Becky's first maybe pay-per-view match, or maybe they just do it on Raw next week. Who knows? Edgar says Natty needs to stop wearing those cat ears. So Becky knew the overlooked women would become an adder. To take over the world, you have to take out the person that's on top. Who is a better dancer, me or Kaitlyn? Kaitlyn by like 1,000,000 points. Let's be real here. Jordan Stock says, first time in years I've watched Raw live. I messed up. No storytelling, just a parade of athletes that cannot act. Like 3 people I saw tonight are sports entertainers. The rest are circus acts. Ouch. Oh, here comes Lacey Evans. Here comes this little weirdo, Lacey Evans. Darius Jefferson. Aaron, how is Raw so far? Mixed bag. You know, I'm not like blown away by this show, but I mean, it's not terrible, I guess. That's just, you know. It should be a bigger deal, in my opinion, for being a superstar shakeup, but yeah. It's still, you know, 3 hours and... Lacey's kind of promo saying she knows how to use her influence to get exactly what she wants. All right, so Lacey Evans is officially on Monday Night Raw, so we do have an official announcement here. So it's Natalya versus Lacey, and the winner gets to face Becky for the women's title. Or the women's titles. Kaitlyn is like, I do not want Natty to put over Lacey. Meh. And Tony says, time for a smoke break. All right, so it looks like we got a match coming up next. Natalya versus Lacey Evans. I am going to take a quick break, everybody. I will be back in a minute, so don't freak out. I will be back momentarily, so stay tuned. Hey, I'm back, everybody. We are on commercial break. I have Skype open again if anybody would like to call and give their thoughts on Lacey Evans' first promo. Darius Jefferson says, Natty is just plain boring. Mike Jones says, so boring. Kurapika07 says, even bringing back Beth Phoenix did not make Natalya's character relevant. Ouch. TGS says, what's for dinner with what drink? I ate before we started the video. I'm not going to eat on camera. I'm not that lame. Kaitlyn's getting upset because you guys are insulting Natalya. I like Natalya too. I still love the diss she did towards Nikki Bella where she said, my cat has more charisma than you. That was a great line by her. I thought Natalya was doing better on Raw, quite frankly. Maybe she loses this and then goes back to SmackDown. I thought Natalya was just a better fit for SmackDown, but that's just me. And Rey Mysterio on Raw always felt awkward to me. Like, I don't know why he made the switch. I really don't. Anybody want to call in? TJS, we haven't heard from you yet. Are you going to call in, TJS? Praise your man, EC3. Jeremiah Dorset says, I think he's talking about Mysterio. Mysterio should go to 205 Live. Yeah, I mean, it would get people interested in the brand, that's for sure. Of course, you'll get the people that say that's a waste of time. Mike B with a $5 super chat says, congratulations on getting your other channel over 100,000 subs. Next up, this channel. Well, we'll see about that. I mean, the cats were the draw on that other channel. This one, I mean, got a pretty good following, which I do appreciate. We're not the biggest channel, but certainly not the smallest either. Caleb Jacob says TJS has already called in. Well, call in again, TJS. Somebody call in. We got dead air here. I need a break from talking. Oh, TJS said I'll call after I finish the assignment. All right, well, we're coming back from commercial break anyways, so I'll turn this off for now. Maybe next break we'll get somebody else on. UWCW Wrestling says Ray, Batista, and Undertaker forever SmackDown guys. Mike Jones says have TJS call and flush the toilet on him. Tony Brain says everybody would want Ray to win. All right, we're back here. Yeah, so the winner of this match is first in line to face Becky for the Raw Women's Championship. So I guess the titles are not merging at this point, which I think is a mistake personally. I mean, you got the opportunity now to merge these titles because you have too many as far as I'm concerned. Noah says they are not even referencing the SmackDown Live Women's title. Yeah, well, I don't know what's up. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Like, I figured by this show we would know for sure. And I mean, my sense right now is that they're not going to merge the titles, but we'll see what happens on SmackDown if Becky comes out and they do something with the SmackDown Women's title. And there's Becky watching from the side. Everyone likes to make fun of WWE for this all the time, where they're watching the television screen, but they're standing sideways in a way that no person in real life would stand to watch television. You know, because they gotta have Becky's front profile with her holding up the titles. You know, if she was sideways, then it wouldn't look proper. But obviously in real life, nobody would ever stand like that watching television. Psycho Jet Black says, name the top 3 Chris Jericho matches. Well, probably Kenny Omega, Shawn Michaels, probably 2 matches with Shawn Michaels. I would say Kenny Omega, and then the WrestleMania 19, and then the No Mercy ladder match with Shawn Michaels. Those are the top 3 I could think of off the top of my head. Yeah, I hate to say it, but this match isn't really doing much for me. TJS says, I like looking at EC3 from behind. Well, we know that, TJS. Robobuck says, Vengeance 2001, honorable mention. Yeah, we're talking about Chris Jericho now instead of this match, so I don't know what that tells you. It's the 3rd hour blues for sure. It's like, I'm at the point where I just want this show to be over already. I'm done with it. I just want to go to bed. I mean, for all the stock WWE has put into Lacey Evans, the crowd doesn't really seem to care about this. And again, it's the 3rd hour, so that doesn't help matters. All right, Sharpshooter. Is she going to tap out here? She's right in the center of the ring. Interesting if Lacey tapped out in her first match. Natalya drags her back in the center. Wait a minute, she's going to get to the ropes. Yeah, she's going to get there. Yep, she got to the ropes. And then she gets to the outside, so smart move by Lacey Evans. Ooh. Oh, Natalya just said something to her and slapped her. So is Lacey going to win by some kind of fluke, like she's going to roll her up or something? Oh, no, she's going to win with a punch. Hit her with the women's right. So Lacey has a lethal punch, it looks like. Oh, wait, that's not it. She's got more. I guess that's not going to be just her, like, finisher. Moonsault to Natalya, and that should be it. Yep, there you go. Lacey Evans wins. And she will be Becky's first opponent on Monday Night Raw for the Raw Women's title. TGS is bragging about that view of EC3. Why do you keep bringing up EC3, TGS? Why? Psycho Jet Black says, do you still hate Cody and Zack Ryder for blocking you on Twitter? I don't hate anybody, first of all. I don't care if they block me or not. That's their prerogative. I just find it funny that Cody in particular was like, I don't block people on Twitter. And then I'm like, you blocked me, pal. So clearly I triggered him. See, I got that power. Like, Cody doesn't get triggered by other people, but he got triggered by me. Like, I just have that tendency of pissing people off. And suffice to say, I'm not going to be getting press boxes to AEW shows, sadly. I don't have Dave Meltzer's stroke. Now, which one is this? Is this Charlie Caruso or is this the other one? So yeah, we got that. It looks like we got, yeah, we're set. We're 7:30. We got a half hour left here. Tony Braden with a $2 super chat says, off topic, will you do more TV show videos on the other channel? I've thought about it. I did do one for The Walking Dead, but I was so disgusted with the show that I just didn't really have much emotion and investment in it. All right, who's the third man? It's Hulk Hogan. It's somebody just opened the locker room door and then shut it for the little tease. Kyle says you should do this more often. Well, we'll see about that, Kyle. I need a co-host, though. I feel like I need to have somebody to talk with like throughout the entire video. I mean, the Skype definitely helps. Speaking of that, I'm going to open this up. Kyle, you should call in. We haven't heard from you in a while. Noah says you have a permanent co-host soon enough. Well, don't put pressure. All right, we got Son calling in. Son, how's it going?
Yo, what's up, Aaron? I've been listening in the background. I actually got you here on split view, so I can see your reaction to MC Raw, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Yeah, I actually messaged to you a little screen cap, too, so you can see how it is, and just to see how close you are, because I'm using Sling TV as well. I see we got Drew McIntyre coming out here.
Okay, so yeah, you and me are pretty much in the same spot. I guess if you have traditional cable, you're about a minute to 2 minutes ahead.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just wondering how much of a troll move would it be if they just revealed Dean Ambrose is the third member?
There you go. That would be quite funny, but I feel like it's going to be somebody coming up from another brand, whether it's SmackDown or NXT. All right, so here we go. Your final prediction. Call somebody out. Who's it going to be?
I don't know, so I'm just gonna say let's have Kofi Kingston. I'm because I actually even asked in the chat. I wonder what if they decide to switch the titles, like put Kofi Kingston as the WWE champion on Raw, and then maybe even put Seth Rollins on SmackDown. Because I wonder if they're gonna want to prioritize that Universal title.
They might. They might do that, and then the WWE title can actually be the main event title again. It's been a while.
Oh yeah, for sure. That would be interesting. I forget what year was that they did that.
2016. That's when the They introduced the
Oh
universal.
no. There was a time when I think they switched to world champions. I think it was it 2005 when John Cena Batista ended up on that was where Cena ended up on Raw, and then Batista ended up on SmackDown, because at the end they revealed they were going to try and have that new championship, and Teddy Long came out and told JBL there's no need because we got our champion. Batista came out.
Right. And then I think in 2008 they switched him back for a brief period too, and then they went back to pretty much not caring about the world heavyweight title, and that was just an afterthought.
Yeah, I remember that. So we'll see how that goes. I was going to say too, Lacey Evans, I'm actually glad though that they are having someone new feud with Becky Lynch, because after her and Charlotte for the last 8 months, I feel like it's time to give it a rest.
Yeah, I agree on that. So I don't know. I guess this means Charlotte's going to be staying on SmackDown, because we're in the main event segment now.
Yeah, because Andrade was drafted earlier, and I thought, that would probably be a dead giveaway, but it looks like not.
Interesting. Yeah, a lot of people are predicting Adam Cole and Kofi Kingston in the chat room.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Oh, it would get a big pop if it's the Velveteen Dream.
Oh man, the place would just come unglued if he came out there.
A good way to make it up to fans from last week's main event.
Yeah, well, he's still the North American champion, although War Raiders are still champions, right? So.
Yeah, and please excuse me, I'm still shaking my head at these name changes.
Well, what do you think about the Usos experience being on Monday Night Raw?
Glad, much needed, because I felt on SmackDown, and by all means, I said a lot of my reviews all last year, I thought the matches they had with the New Day and the Bar were excellent. But even a great thing, there's just so much. Like, how many times can we get the same thing over and over? So I'm glad to see them mix it up with new tag teams on Raw.
Now, which tag teams from Raw would you like to see go over to SmackDown? Like, would you like to see the B Team experience on SmackDown, or any teams that you think would benefit from going to SmackDown?
The Revival.
All right.
They're taken seriously.
The Revival experience over on SmackDown. There you go.
Yeah, the B Team, if they would book them more seriously, I guess, why not?
Yeah, that is very true. All right, well, thank you so much for calling in, son. It looks like we're coming back here from commercial. We're at the Miz. Do you see that right now, the Miz?
Yeah,
the
they're showing Miz and Maurice's show and everything.
Yeah, it looks like we're coming back here. So any plugs you would like to do real quick?
Go ahead. Check out the WrestleMania review that I did with our good friend Steve-O and our other buddy, the Man Triple 01. It's up on my YouTube channel now. So nice podcast to listen to. SONGOSHUAKU, YouTube.com.
All right. And looks like we got another Bray Wyatt promo here with some creepy dolls.
Pretty creepy indeed. Yeah. I really do miss. You were saying earlier in the stream you miss Jim Ross just giving all the emotion. My God, the 6 SOB. How could they do that? They have no heart. They have no. I miss how Jim Ross would put over the action.
Oh yeah, he'd make Lars Sullivan come off as such a more intimidating presence.
For sure, and I agree with you too. By the way, Lars Sullivan, I think there is some big potential there and everything. The way he does the facial expressions and everything. Don't think everybody should cut him off just yet.
That's a creepy doll.
Wow, it is.
This looks like something out of Saw.
Saw, or mixed with Chucky or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. All right, man. Good talking to you as always.
Definitely. All right. Enjoy. Hope you've enjoyed being here for 3 hours.
The best part's been chatting with you guys, quite frankly.
For sure. Have a good one, Aaron.
All right. Take care. You as well. All right. That was Son, a.k.a. Josh. All right. Put that back on Do Not Disturb. Oh, we got another recap here. So poor EC3 getting chokeslammed through the staging area. Yeah, Jordan Stock said, here comes Shelton Benjamin to disappoint everyone. Man, you know they're given time for this main event when they're doing all these entrances. Oh, here we go. So just like Shane McMahon has the announcer doing his entrance, we got the cue cards here for Baron Corbin. Montreal's favorite son. Yeah, I would say that Bray Wyatt promo was way better than the first one with the puppet. With the dinosaur puppet choking on smoke or whatever that was. Here comes Bob the Lash, TJS's second favorite wrestler. Has crappy music. I wish he would have, I mean, he's a heel now, so it's okay, but like, I feel like he would have done so much better as a babyface with the, what is it? Hell Have No Fury or something. You guys know which one I'm talking about. He had a badass theme song before he left. Kurapika07 says Corbin and Lashley got 0 reactions. Mike Jones says, Aaron, please do this weekly. We'll see. I definitely want to be getting some feedback from you guys regarding this to see, you know, if this is something you guys would like to see more often. Okay, the song, thank you, John. Hell Will Be Calling Your Name. And Kev Dog also mentioned that. Yeah, that was a badass song. All right, let's see. How are the people reacting to Roman? Interstate Kyle, you should call in during the last commercial break since we haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're doing well, Kyle. We miss you over at the NoDQ team. I am coming back tomorrow night back, by the way. So I will be doing this tomorrow night. Same deal. I'll start about 10 minutes before the show to get warmed up and everything. I don't mind the Iconics entrance theme. It reminds me of like Nelly Furtado, if you guys know who she is. Sounds like something like Timberland produced for her. So yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so it's got to be, Corey Graves just said it has to be somebody brave enough to accept the challenge. So I don't think it's going to be a heel. It's definitely got to be like a, you know, top baby face. I'm feeling like it's going to be AJ. I don't think it's going to be Brian now, for sure. So yeah, this Sunday they're going to be showing the Shield's final match. That's going to be airing at a house show. All right, let's see who it is. Who is it, guys? Here we go. AJ? Yep, I called it. There you go. AJ Styles on Monday Night Raw as the final move of the 2019 Raw Superstar Shakeup. So tomorrow night, we'll get all the SmackDown people. All right, let's get the reactions from the chat room here. Anthony, it's AJ Styles. I knew it. Newski79, they don't want none. Canaanite says SmackDown going further down the toilet. Well, keep in mind, we still have tomorrow night. So, you know, SmackDown could end up getting Roman Reigns or Braun Strowman. Or maybe they just get like EC3. I guess we're not getting Finn Balor on SmackDown. That's pretty much not going to happen now, since, you know, you'd have the IC and US champions on the same show. What the heck? AJ trimmed his beard or did something. All right, so maybe Interstate Kyle. I'm gonna be taking one more call here. I'd like it to be Interstate Kyle, but whoever calls is gonna be the last caller tonight. Skype is open. Kyle, if you're there, call in. Let's hear from you. Chris says AJ versus Seth for SummerSlam. That would be a hell of a match. I mean, I would definitely like to see that. I mean, like I said, AJ to Raw makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of people he hasn't faced. All right, well, it looks like it's going to be Stefan. All right, Stefan, you're going to be the last call of the evening.
I got you covered, bro.
Oh, wait a minute. Actually, hold that thought. Kyle's calling in. I'm going to merge you guys.
Sure.
Kyle, are you there? Kyle, are you there? Hold on. Kyle, are you there? It says you're muted.
Hello?
Oh, hey, Kyle.
Oh, hey, Aaron. How's it going?
Going good. Glad you were able to call in. Stefan's also on the line as well, so we got a three-way right now. We're having a threesome here.
Giggity.
Giggity, giggity.
All right, Kyle. So have you been watching Raw? How do you feel about the shakeup up to this point for Monday Night Raw?
I mean, it's been all right. I've kind of expected most of the shakeups so far. I mean, AJ Styles wasn't a surprise. The Usos weren't a surprise. So I'm not really happy that what they did with the War Raiders. Not a fan of that.
The Viking Experience.
Viking Experience. Baseball.
So I'll ask both of you guys. Kyle, I'll start with you. What are your predictions for tomorrow night? Now that we know all the people that are going to Raw, who do you think's going to SmackDown tomorrow?
Ooh,
Sami Zayn.
yeah, that's a pretty safe bet. I was going to say that.
Seth Rollins said basically with that interview, he said one or both of them aren't going to be on Raw again. So I would say Roman Reigns.
Yeah, like I told you guys, I think it's going to be Roman Reigns or Braun Strowman. One of those guys will go to SmackDown tomorrow because remember, SmackDown is debuting on Fox, and that is a big deal. You know, there's a lot of money with this SmackDown deal. I think one of those guys is going to be jumping to SmackDown to be the top star of the brand. So if you guys had to make a prediction, Kyle, I'll start with you. Reigns or Strowman?
I would say Roman Reigns, just because he's been the staple of Raw for so long now, and I think he'd do really good on SmackDown, mixing it up with a lot of the people on SmackDown.
What do you think, Stefan?
Roman Reigns. Like
All right.
I said, last week on SmackDown, they said there was going to be something big, something memorable, and just now, Rollins said that one or both of them, and since it was AJ and not Kofi, we know Rollins isn't looking to SmackDown, so that leaves Rick.
All right. It looks like we're back here. So, Kyle, would you like to plug anything?
Oh, yeah, you guys can just follow me on all of my social media accounts, Interstate Kyle. You know, I have my own YouTube channel. I do road trips all over the country. So, yeah, just follow me on all my social media accounts, Interstate Kyle. You'll find me there.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in, Kyle. Good to hear from you again. I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing good, Aaron. Thanks for asking. I hope you guys are doing well over there in the NoDQ universe.
Yeah, we miss you.
Yeah, I've just been working so much.
Well, hopefully you'll get some free time and we'll be able to get you on for some more panels soon.
For sure, for sure.
All right, take care, Kyle, and thank you so much, Stefan, for coming in here again. I appreciate it.
No problem. Let me throw a plug for the General Jerry Slaughter. You can find him at NoDQ General. That's on Twitter. And for Colin Andrew, I think he's at work, so he didn't get a chance to call in. So find him Colin26 Andrew or Colin Space Andrew on YouTube. Check out the chopping block.
All right, cool. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate the call from both of you. Have a great night.
All right, later, Aaron.
All right, bye, guys.
You too, Aaron.
Take care.
Have a good one.
You too. All right, so on that note, I will close Skype for tonight. But like I said, I will be back tomorrow night for this all over again. We will do the SmackDown portion of the Superstars Shakeup. So make sure you guys tune in. 10 minutes before SmackDown is when I'll get things going. Noah says, woohoo, no work tomorrow. Glad to hear, Noah. Hope to hear from you tomorrow night. Hope to hear from, I don't know if Cindy's got work tomorrow night, but hopefully she can call in. We got most of Team No DQ calling in tonight, which was pretty cool. Yeah, so a lot of people complaining about AJ shaving. I mean, he's still got the beard, but it's like, yeah, not as full as it used to be. And Noah said he could see both. He's making a prediction. He's making a bold one. He's saying that we are going to see both Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman head over to SmackDown. That would be huge for SmackDown for sure. Like, I'm not expecting that to happen. I think at most it'll be one of them. Darius Jefferson says Naomi is on Raw too. LOL, not a fan. Sorry. Well, I mean, I pretty much expected Naomi once the Usos came over. And yeah, the Usos definitely coming to Raw helps the tag division for sure. I mean, the Raw tag division needed the Usos badly as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I suspect the good guys will win here, as has been the pattern. That's one of the downsides to this. The fact that you know the newcomer's going to win. I mean, I guess theoretically the bad guys could win, but let's be real here. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, yeah, they're not losing. So the show does kind of have, like, you know, a predictable feel to it once the guy comes out for his match. And then these guys do like these really lengthy matches also. I guess this one isn't too bad. Well, we may actually have one more commercial break here. We got like 9 minutes left. Yeah, there you go. Another commercial break. All right, screw it. Skype is reopened. We're going to take one more call here if somebody would like to call in. Anybody. Even if you hate my guts, call in. Let's end this on a high note. Let's be controversial here. Somebody call in and put me on the spot here. Make me feel uncomfortable. All right, James is calling in. Hello, James. Welcome back.
Hey, I'm back. Thanks for having me back.
And better than ever.
Yeah. It's like my boy, Eric Bischoff.
Yep.
I love it.
All right, so how are you feeling about the moves to Raw overall and AJ Styles? Do you think it was a good way to end the night, or are you feeling a little bit disappointed?
I'm not disappointed that it's AJ. It all depends on what they do Tuesday, because AJ was the face of SmackDown. So
right.
It has to be somebody of equal value to go for him. So it has to be somebody like a Roman or Braun.
Very good point. That's why I'm telling people, like, you know, don't just judge the whole thing until we've seen everything play out and see who ends up going to SmackDown.
Yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it. Right now, it's nice, but it all depends on what happens Tuesday, who they got coming over to SmackDown. Like, I'm pretty sure now it has to be someone like a Roman or a Strowman.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the Fox deal, you would think that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of factors. You know, you got that, you got AEW. You know, there's a lot of reasons why you would want to stack up SmackDown going when they go over the Fox. So you would think they had to have somebody going over there. But then again, this was the company who one time had John Cena being SmackDown's only draft pick, only for the end of the night him to get redrafted to Raw. So
yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Thank you for calling in a third time. Anything else you would like to plug or promote?
there's a Power Rangers podcast that I do on Saturday and Sunday nights. Check us out, LR4. It's kind of like when you guys did the NoDQ review, only instead of talking about wrestlers, we're talking about Power Rangers.
All right. Well, there you go. Check that out, guys. So is it kind of like nostalgia and that sort of thing, or is there more to it?
Current season, what's going on with the Japanese Super Sentai series, if there's any movie news about a possible sequel to the 2017 movie, it's general all around talks about the show and the fandom and the toys and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. Well, sounds like a good thing if you're a Power Ranger fan, so check it out, guys, if you're a fan of that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they were still doing stuff, so that just goes to show, I don't really follow it, so
yeah,
I didn't.
Yeah, they're currently on season 26.
Oh, what? See, I thought they were just around in the 90s.
No, it went on nonstop. Like, they took 1 year off in between when Disney sold them back to the original owner, Saban, but then they've been going on since then.
Oh, well, there you go. I learned something new tonight.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much again for the call. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem, man.
All right, take care. Have a great night.
You too.
All right, bye. All right, that was James. Thank you for that, James. I appreciate it. Curtis Butler with a $2 super chat says, tomorrow is my birthday. Well, happy early birthday, Curtis Butler, and I'll make sure to give you a shout out tomorrow night for your actual birthday. And hopefully SmackDown is a really good show and we get some interesting moves over to SmackDown. All right, so we are back here. We got 5 minutes left of Raw. And I guess I'll give a shout out to 25 Perez. He says he needs 80 subscriptions away from 1,000. So you guys out there in Team NoDQ, you want to support your fellow viewer, go check out 25 Perez's channel. I'll give him a little shout out there. All right, here we go. Seth Rollins is tuning up the band, as JR would say. Burn it down. All right, let's see. Oh, Corbin rolls out like a smart heel. The heels are really intelligent. Sometimes they're smarter than the baby faces. Ken Terminated by Google is here. He has 4K subscribers, which is okay. Hey, 4K is not bad. You got a lot more than other people, so, not bad at all. Looks like Noah Foster just subscribed to 25 Perez's channel. Marshall Leonard says his birthday is May 24th. For my birthday present, I want to do a live stream on the NoDQ channel. Make it happen. May 24th, when is that? Sounds like a Friday or Saturday. Depends on my situation at the time. I might be extremely busy around that period. But maybe we could do something like I could get you on NoDQ&A Live and we can get you on via Skype for a little bit. Oh, Noah says it's a Friday. Yeah, maybe we'll do a NoDQ&A Live on that day and we'll get Marshall Leonard on. Get him to call in. All right, again, the same thing I said earlier. Like, I know the good guys are going to prevail here. AJ's going to win his first match. So it's like I kind of don't have much investment in this match. It's pretty much just, showcase for the new guy. Nice power by AJ Styles, but not enough. Bobby Lashley able to break out of it. Nathan Washington, are you glad AJ is on Raw? Yeah, I definitely think it's a good move. AJ's been on SmackDown for a while, and he's kind of cooled off on SmackDown, you know, with Daniel Bryan's rise as the new champion. AJ's kind of just like fallen into not like where he's lost in the shuffle, but he's like just gone down a step since Daniel Bryan's big push got going. So yeah, I think AJ was definitely the right move. Would you like to see Roman go to SmackDown? Yeah, I mean, Roman Reigns on SmackDown makes a lot of sense to me. I guess he could feud with Samoa Joe again. I'm trying to think like who would be a good opponent for Roman Reigns on SmackDown. Probably Joe. I mean, I feel like Joe's the closest thing, and maybe they'll do Roman versus Kofi at some point, although that might be interesting to see how the crowd reacts to that one. But yeah, you could theoretically do Roman Reigns versus Kofi Kingston. Here we go, everybody doing their dives. And AJ Styles, Lashley's son tried to interfere. What was that? That looked a little awkward. And there's a stomp. Seth Rollins makes the save with a stomp to Lash. And there we go. Ooh, Lashley going to take the fall here. He's going to get hit with all the big moves. Stomp and then the spear. And now AJ's going to hit the phenomenal forearm for the victory. And the good guys will prevail. Yep, there we go. Phenomenal forearm. And that is stick a fork in Bob the Lash. He is done. Good guys win. That is Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. Part 1 of the Superstar Shakeup has concluded. I'm posting the poll right now on NoDQ on the Twitter page. So let's see what people thought of this show. Let's do the letter grades. Since we do this at the end of my videos, we always do the letter grades. I thought it was all right. I was definitely not blown away by this show, but I didn't hate it either. So I am going to give it a B-. I think a B- is fair. You know, it was a little bit more memorable overall than usual, but part of it's because of the Superstar Shakeup gimmick. Noah did not like it as much. He gave it a C. James Allen with a C-. Chris Mace with a B. Zach with a D. Jorge with a C. Ryan with a C. Stephen Osborne with a solid C. So they were not quite that impressed with it. Caleb Jacobs, C+. Curtis Butler with a B. Son with a C. Jeremy Dorsett with a B-. Kaitlyn with a B. So Kaitlyn was a little bit more generous than some of us. Power Packers 90 with a C+. Chat Site Forums with a C+. Michael Heiss with a B. TK with a C. Anthony with a C+. All right, and that is Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, I feel like it's a pretty mixed bag. I'm not seeing too many A's here, though. Not really seeing any F's. I am seeing a lot of C's and some B's. So, yeah. Let's see. So far in the NoDQ.com poll, we have over 100 votes. We have 29% yes, 22% no, 42% somewhat, and 7% did not watch. So, yeah, looks like it's a pretty mixed bag. Some people liked it. Some people thought it was all right. So there you go. That was Raw. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. On the comments section, either on NoDQ.com or this video, just leave me your feedback, what you liked about this stream, what you didn't like. Should I do more of these on a regular basis? Your feedback to me is really important. So let me know what you thought was good and not so good about this video. And I will take all your feedback into consideration. Thank you guys again for watching and putting up with me for 3 hours. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. We will be doing this again tomorrow night, and we'll see how that goes. Only 2 hours, thankfully. So less time we have to spend watching wrestling, which to me is a good thing because I think everything's best in moderation.